the world begins to move around you at its pace, and you feel as though you're left alone in empty space. Dream of ways to feel alive, make a vision of how to thrive. Don't let anyone, anything get in the way of how you survive. Living no regrets, living no regrets, no. Walking in the same directions are disuse. Make a choice to live your life without any excuse. Living no regrets, no regrets, no regrets. Anything you can do to strive, never lose grip of the drive. Be the best at everything you make of yourself, you just have to try. Living no regrets, living no regrets, no. You need to relieve all the need you've been feeling. You need to believe to receive all the healing. Living no regrets, living no regrets, no. You need to relieve all the need you've been feeling. You need to believe to receive all the healing. Living no regrets, living no regrets, no.
Welcome to the Shift Pro League EU Weekly. I am Stax, joined today by Rankies, and we are ready to get underway. We've got the players waiting for our first round matchup, but before we get to that, Rankies, how are you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks for asking, Stax. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. It's very snowy outside, and it finally feels like winter. Fortunately, don't have to go out and drive on the icy roads, so yeah, we'll take it. I'll go out and have a snowball fight with a random neighbor eventually, I'm sure. But for now, I'm liking this.
That's great. It's summertime here in Australia, so
yes.
Just checking. Currently 24 degrees. No, that can't be right. 13 degrees. That sounds more like it.
Yeah, so
Celsius,
you're gonna be,
of course.
Yeah, you're gonna be that guy. You know, we have them all over the place in the States. The people that live in the southern states, they'll brag to their friends up north about how warm it is. It's like, it's 70, it's 80 Fahrenheit this morning. Boy, it's a cold morning today. Like, yeah, all right. Well, the players are joining in. We've got Quality Condition, which is Deum, Mumulio, and Rizzle, not Rizzo, and Les Palms, which is Oral, Nova, and Zox. And we are underway in game one. It is a best of three, single elimination here in the first few rounds, actually, as we get underway. And it's Deum looking to start the attack for Quality Condition. Mumulio looks like he's rocking the nugget as an antenna, and an early shot from Rizel will go by the wayside, blocked off by Nova. Quickly on a counterattack, and he's blocked by Mumulio. Now Oral tries to drop one in front, and early on you wonder if stream jitters become a factor for either of these teams. You see it all the time in the first round of tournaments. A lot of times you're dealing with guys that have been streamed for the first time, and you know, maybe they get a little nervous. No nerves here, though. There's another shot coming in from Mumulio. And right now, Quality Condition has a quality attack going on.
Yeah, Les Palms seem to be having great rotations around in defense, though. So Quality Condition haven't quite been able to find one past them yet. Some good shot attempts there from Oriel. They just need to keep working the passing downfield and break out through the midfield.
Mumulio, another shot's going to go well wide. And Zox is there, very proactive defensively. Nova almost got the second touch he needed, but instead this will end up back down on his own side. Mumulio comes up empty on the corner, but Rizel will center, and nobody there. And the threes game, especially, all about timing. A good centering pass is wasted when nobody's there for it. Another one high off the back wall for Mumulio, and there's your first goal of the tournament.
It was also the first slip-up of rotations in defense for Les Palms as well. Unfortunate that Nova couldn't dive for it in time. Mumulio in a perfect position, dead center to strike on that one.
So it took a minute 40, but we finally have our first goal here in game one. And it's looking like Quality Condition may go back on the attack. Rizel actually needed a touch there as Zox was downfield looking to cherry pick. Nova with a centering pass, and Oral's shot goes wide. Nobody in the net for Quality Condition. They dodged a bullet. Another one off the back wall, and this will be sent downfield. Good defending from Nova. Right place, right time. But this gets by Nova, and here comes Les Palms. Not able to sustain much of an attack. Mumulio through the air comes up empty. Another touch goes off the crossbar, and Nova will send this away. Nova's been solid for this Les Palms team defensively, but they need to get forward.
Absolutely. They've been having a really difficult time breaking out of their half. We're seeing Quality Condition having a great time in offense, playing the ball forward a lot, good passes. They could definitely do more. I'll look forward to seeing what the later half of the game holds.
Another shot blocked off by Rizel before it could go anywhere. Oral needs a touch here as this is dangerous towards the back wall. And he did so well, able to clear that all the way out to midfield. But here comes Quality Condition again. And this Les Palms team really needing to play a lot of defense. They've faced 6 shots already and have 4 saves to their credit. Here goes Rizel, blocked by Oral. But again, no possession for Les Palms, and Mumulio trying to add to his goal tally. He already has one. Maybe it's enough, as they are not allowing Les Palms downfield at all. And there's Mamulio, doubling his total, doubling his team's total.
This is a great rotation through midfield from Mamulio as well. Pass came out of the sidewall, right up in the top there near the ceiling from Dayam. Really well played there to quality condition. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll see Les Palms make a comeback that quickly. They're going to have to work for it at this stage, Stacks.
Yeah, so far just the one shot. It was blocked by Rizel very early on. Oral will try to start an attack here, and it looked like he was trying for an air dribble of some kind. He came up empty though. And now Rizel back downfield. It's Zox trying to clear this away, and Oral is there, got tangled up with a defender, and will roll this into an empty net, as Rizel might have got bumped off by himself.
That's really nice aggressive play from Oral. As you said, tangled up by the defender there, was able to maintain control of the car and put it in the back of the net just in time. The defender coming through for the save there. So close, yet so far at the same time.
So it is 2-1, just their second shot. It does find the net. And now Zox almost able to get that over Rizel. And Nova's shot will be wide, but a follow-up from Oral? No, he's going to back off and let Dayam clear this away. We haven't said Dayam's name a lot here, but he does have the assists on both goals for quality condition. Kind of a silent but deadly attacker for quality condition. And he comes up empty here, though. Rizel is there to send this back in to the orange zone. Down to 40 seconds as Les Palms tries to find an equalizing goal. They've really dug themselves a hole in the first 4 minutes, but they at least have some life following the goal from Oral. Need a clear here, though, and it is Oral that got a touch. But again, things not looking great. Another shot coming in just high and wide. And here goes Oral looking for his second. He's done everything for Les Palms so far, but he can't get a shot off. Nova will clear again. 6 seconds. Oral to bounce it in. Time running down. Needs to keep this up in the air to Zox, and it will hit the ground, and quality condition will take game one.
Quite convincingly as well, I might add. They just had stronger rotations all throughout this game. Passing, as I said, wasn't as good as it could have been. There were kind of, some little bit sloppy plays that Les Palms were able to take advantage of. But at the end of the day, they weren't able to break out through that midfield. Quality condition put up a stunning defense and just ended up holding out for long enough, it seems, Stacks.
Well, it is game one after 9 shots to quality condition. Certainly the stats don't tell the same story as the goal total does, but ultimately quality condition is 1 win away from moving on into the second round. Of course, the prize for winning this match is you go up against our number 1 seed in Call Me Jay. So think about that as this match goes on. Call Me Jay is the team of Gontho, Caro, and I want to say it's Tiz. It is. So, pretty quality team to go up against, but quality condition at least looked pretty good in game one. Probably should have had a few more goals given their opportunities. We'll see if that changes in game two. It's Rizel to send it in early, and no pressure at all, and his shot just goes high. Another near miss for quality condition, and it turns into a shot on the other end from Nova, and another one will just go wide. And now both teams finding everything except the net. So here goes Zox through the air, as we've had kind of an explosive first 30 seconds. And minor technical difficulties behind the scene. I'll get that fixed in a moment. Rizel's shot, trying to force that in through Oral, not able to, as quality condition stays on the attack, looking to repeat their performance from last game, again where they outshot Les Palms 9-2. Another shot goes high. This one finally finds the mark. It's Mamulio who's got all of the goals for Team Blue.
Absolutely, he's been playing really well on offense throughout this series so far. A few of the shots that have come through from all the players haven't been the best of accuracy, but as long as you keep raining those shots down on the net, eventually one will drop in.
So now Rizel will try to start the attack again against Zox. Could not stuff that through him. So it's Mamulio. And he'll take flight. Over one defender, but blocked away by Nova. Rizel will try again. Zox is there to stop him again. Nova can't get the touch he needed on target. And so Mamulio and Rizel will try to team up and clear. And they had to send that away from Nova. So early on, Les Palmas looks a lot better in the offensive zone than they looked in game one, as a shot from Zox goes just wide. Again, playing Pepper with the posts and the crossbar. Now Oral. Cross mid, looking to take flight here. On target and sent away by Mamulio, who's done, well, just about everything so far for quality condition. Can he get on the other end of this center from Rizel? No, it's Nova to clear. But again, more quality attacks from QC as they look very impressive in this first round.
Yeah, we're struggling to see Les Palmas break out of their half. Every time they have done, they've put a shot or two on, but it just hasn't been there with accuracy. Quality condition, they've been letting Les Palmas come through. The mistakes have been there. It's just a matter of Les Palmas trying to take advantage of the opportunities that are being handed to them.
Around the boards here, but not out of the zone. Mamulio able to send that in despite paying the price. And now it'll be sent back around for Zox to try and clear, but he comes up empty-handed. Everybody not able to get a touch on this. And finally, Mamulio comes in and blasts one downfield, and he's looking to dump and chase, and Oral was right there to block him off the near post. And a miscue from quality condition, and they get bailed out by Mamulio. They've been close to giving up that equalizing goal, but with 2 minutes left, they still find themselves with the same 1-0 lead they held for much of game one. It's Oral, blocked by Rizel. Should have been an easy clear for Zox, but he was back in net. Very cautious, it almost cost them. Mamulio, back wall, sent away by Oral as we dip down near a minute and a half. Time desperately running out for Les Palmas. It's an open net, but Rizel got back and no shot came in anyways. Another big drive off the crossbar from Mamulio. So close yet so far away, and it remains a 1-0 lead.
Again, I feel like I keep talking about it, accuracy.
And there it is, the second goal for quality condition.
They kind of took their time scoring this, to be honest, Stacks. The amount of opportunities they had to throw the ball in the back of the net was, well, it seemed like an infinite amount, to be honest. So, and as I was saying, I kind of feel like I keep saying it over and over again. Accuracy really needs to be improved upon by both teams here.
Well, it is a 2-0 lead, but Zox will answer quickly off the kickoff, and it's like that second goal never happened.
Absolutely. Another goal off the kickoff here for Les Palmas is exactly what they're after. The longer they let this go on with quality condition, having that 1-goal lead, the worse it's going to get. The mental game starts to become a big factor in that.
So Zox looking to spark the attack for Les Palmas. He's got it on the side here and able to keep this attack alive, but it's going to be Rizel taking flight, twisting through the air, maybe a bit unnecessarily, as his team's holding on to a 2-1 lead. They're clinging to it right now, though, as Les Palmas will try to get back on the attack. They've only got 45 seconds left in their tournament life. Nova is going to let Rizel play this one in, and he comes up empty on the corner. Good stop there. Looked like it was Rizel that kept that in the zone. Nova downfield with 30, and he lost control. Every clear back into the orange zone makes life that much more difficult for Les Palmas, as again, they're facing elimination from the tournament. Down a game in the series, down a goal in game two. Oral plays that for Nova. Oral needs a touch here, and he took his time getting that touch and instead came up with a back pass to nobody in particular. That will do it. Mamulio one more for good measure, no, but that's enough for quality condition. They will sweep in round one and head on in the tournament.
So unfortunate for Les Palms as well. They'll be kicking themselves for the amount of opportunities that just seem to slip them by there. Quality condition at the end of the day played the strongest series. As you said, so close to that last goal from Emilio there with a great redirect up in the air, but just couldn't quite find it. So 2-1 the final score. Quality condition looking good throughout the rest of the tournament, it seems.
Yeah, again, they outshot their opponents. Let's do some basic math here. 17-5 in that series. Did only come away with a pair of 1-goal victories. So we'll see how that serves them as they go on in the second round. Again, they'll be facing the number 1 seed of Call Me Jay. That's the team of Gontho, Caro, and Tiz. And probably the number 1 seed for a reason. It's probably the top team in this tournament. Our 2-time defending champs are not in this tournament. The team that had won this past couple of weeks in a row with Niels Koek and Zensus and company, not in the bracket today. So we will have a new champion when all of this is decided. Before we go to a quick break, I want to give you a quick shout out to Matcherino. Type !Matcherino in the chat. Use the promo code that we've got. I know it is there somewhere. I think it's SPL 17. I think. I'm scrolling through. I think I found it. Yes, it is SPL 17. That donates a free $1 to the prize pool. Of course, any other donations are most certainly appreciated. It helps Shift Pro League put these tournaments together. Looks like we do have a quick break, though, before we get into our second round. Waiting for confirmation on that. Waiting for the voice in the head, which is in fact telling me, yes, we will have a quick break. But when we come back, we'll have the second round of our Shift Pro League EU Weekly right here on Shift. Welcome back to the Shift Pro League EU Weekly. Stacks here alongside Rankies. And, well, we were going to talk about our upcoming matchup between My Little Pony, the number 2 seed, and Raccoon's Heart, but I guess we might as well show you that matchup because the players are loaded in and they are ready to go. We're underway in round 2. It is another best of 3, as we just saw in the previous round. Quality condition, despite outshooting their opponents 17-5, only coming away with a pair of 2-1 victories. It was enough for them as El Journey actually jumped in the way of Zidrox's shot, and Rivalo Nero will put one in, and My Little Pony looking to run away with this one early.
This is really well played by Rivalo Nero as well. Off the backboard, follows up the defensive touch that came out of, I believe that was Raccoon in net there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But really well played over the top of the defender into the back of the net. So great first shot to come out here from My Little Pony.
Yeah, it is the Raccoon's Heart team, of course, led by Raccoon. But right now, it is My Little Pony that is really dominating the offense. The first 40 seconds have definitely belonged to them. El Journey will just slam this off the backboard. And more of what we saw in our first game, except it looks like My Little Pony is going to be able to convert on those opportunities. El Journey just got a touch, but was not able to put one on net. And Zidrox will clear this away. Of course, this team is the number 2 seed, maybe for a reason. Zidrox plays this through, and he's got one for MLP.
This was really close. Rivalo Nero almost getting the touch there. Zidrox came through the last second rotation on that car. Close save attempt once again from the defenders of Raccoon's Heart, but just not there in time.
Well, now it's left for El Journey to get a goal. So far, Zidrox and Rivalo have one. And instead, Raccoon is going to try to send this away and get the attack started for his team. Zidrox just waiting patiently, able to send this away. That shot's got to come from a lot closer. Here comes Bueno. Instead, he's beaten by Zidrox. And I think this Raccoon's Heart team, they know who the alpha is in this matchup. And it seems like they're just a little intimidated, not really going after some of these balls that they should, and Zidrox will make him pay for it. A second goal for him.
A great goal as well, following it up off the backboard, bounced beautifully out of the curb towards him. Nice rotation on that Batmobile just to put it in the back of the net. No third rotation from defense able to come through and stop that one. 3-0 already, 3 minutes 23 remain though, so there's still plenty of time left in their stats.
Yeah, Raccoon's Heart, they know what it's like to play under pressure. They had a 3-game series in round 1. The pressure they're facing right now, there's a little different. El Journey couldn't get his tally, and Tomiko will clear this away. Chance to go downfield, and Zidrox got there in time. Not a lot of pace behind that shot. And now back the other way. Zidrox could not find the mark. And it's Raccoon that sends this one away from Rivalo Nero. This may be what Raccoon's Heart needs to do. Get that quick counterattack going. Try to catch My Little Pony napping. Instead, it's Raccoon off the side here, and Zidrox will start another attack for the number 2 seed. Blocked by Tamika, but thrown in front again. El Journey trying to get his first goal of the game. Instead, he's missed the mark again, this time high. We're past the halfway mark. And, well, Mick able to get that away from Zidrox, but not able to stay downfield. It's another ball sent to the orange side of the field. And Zidrox will try to center for Nero. He might have actually got bumped by his teammate there. Instead, El Journey coming in, and he comes up empty-handed. 2 minutes to go, and things have finally quieted down a little bit, but it doesn't look like Raccoon's Heart is any closer to scoring, and just as we say that, Zidrox got a hat trick.
This is really well played to Zidrox as well, keeping up that pressure. As you said, just as it seemed like things were starting to quiet down, Zidrox spots the open net, strikes from that outfield position there. 4-0 with less than 2 minutes remaining is a really difficult scoreline for Raccoon's Heart to be able to bring back at this stage. I believe that they're capable of doing it. They're really going to have to work with these passes though, and as you said, catch My Little Pony off guard in the defensive rotations.
Well, Rivalo Nero, a rare miscue in the corner. Mick trying to beat Zidrox to the ball. Instead, this will get through everybody, offense and defense alike. And things will quiet down again for Raccoon Sart. They can finally breathe a sigh of relief as the ball's found its way to the blue side of the field, and Zidrox has to make a stop, not credited with a save. And so it's only 2 shots so far for Raccoon Sart, up against 9 shots for My Little Pony. Almost a 10th, but Zidrox was high. And Rivalo Nero will leave it for Zidrox. El Journey looking for the shot and not able to find one. Rivalo Nero right through the defense, through the air. He's got his second and a 5-0 lead.
You see El Journey going for the bump on the defender as well. Wasn't too sure about going for the ball. Decided to look for a defender. Couldn't find one, but it doesn't matter. Rivalo Nero with a great shot up in the air comes through. 5-0 less than a minute counting down off this kickoff. It will be for Raccoon's Heart to be able to bring this one back. And that's, I hate calling games this early, Stacks, but it doesn't look possible for them right now in game 1.
Yeah, with 90% of precincts reporting, it does look like, in fact, My Little Pony is going to take game 1. 40 seconds now as this goes over to their corner. Raccoon Sart looking for any kind of small consolation prize. Just any goal, any real quality shots at this point. Right now, they only have 2 on target. Chance here, though, with 30 seconds left, and Rivalo Nero slams the door shut. And here comes My Little Pony looking to add to their tally. Off the back wall, thrown in front, a great centering pass, but Zidrox missed it wide. Down to 10 seconds now. Journey to send it over to Zidrox with 5 to go, looking for one more for the road, and Zidrox will steal it from Rivalo Nero.
Yeah, really unfortunate that was stolen there, but if we watch that first touch from Rivalo, absolutely amazing that he was able to get that Zidrox there. Just a really nice little touch to send it in the back of the net. Well, the highlight from this that we could see from Raccoon's Heart side is Raccoon did manage to get at least one very threatening looking shot off onto the net, but the way that Rivalo Nero was able to defend up against it, jumped the rotation on the car for the side flip to send it out. He had 100% of that net covered, so amazing defense at the end of the day came out from My Little Pony, as well as the offensive plays that were made. A lot of good passes throughout the midfield, off the sidewalls, into the center for the shots on. Just amazing stuff we're seeing right now from these guys, Stacks.
Yeah, and they outshoot their My Little Pony outshoots their opponents 12-3, and it's looking a lot like game 1, except the score line, or match 1, except the score line from our first match significantly different from what we saw here. Raccoon's Heart gonna try to right the ship again. They did go to game 3 in their first round match, where they were able to win and progress into what you're seeing here, a showdown with the number 2 seed. And they are seeded number 2 for a reason. Zidrox wins the kickoff cleanly, but Mick is there in the air, not able to beat El Journey to the ball. And again, we'll see if Raccoon's Heart has learned anything from game 1, if they found anything in the later stages where they did get a couple shots off. A chance here, Raccoon beaten to the ball by his teammate, though. And a communication breakdown, another one in their own defensive zone as they run into each other. But they haven't paid the price for it just yet. But here comes Rivalo Nero, looking to center, has the defense all out of sorts, and Zidrox will slam it home.
Yeah, when you were saying they haven't paid the price for it yet, I was about to say, well, they're about to, because you can just see that pass coming from a mile away. Zidrox eager to get that secondary flip in to send it in the back of the net. The kept up aggressive pressure, but the real key factor there was the team bumps in that defensive corner really threw them off. The initial touch forward that came from Tamika, I believe it was, that took it away from Raccoon in the offensive end, really threw them off, got stuck in defense, and they paid for it.
Zidrox looking for another one. Nobody's home in the net, and it's a 2-0 lead. Well,
really not
rains,
sure what happened here.
It just looked like a complete defensive breakdown.
Yeah.
A lot of, oh, I can go for this because this guy's got my back, and this guy did not have his back. And
yeah,
it looked very much like a solo standard defense goal there. This one goes off the back wall and almost centered by Bueno. But Raccoon did have his back, and they are able to clear the zone, finally down to the blue side, where they can try to get some offense started They've been, well, I mean, they've been held off the scoreboard for much of this series so far, and it doesn't look like that's going to change. Bueno looking to center here and comes up empty-handed. Zidrox will clear. Rivalo Nero is downfield. Raccoon trying to make a save, but that goes off the post and away. Zidrox over 1, over 2, and L Journey looking for his first goal of the series. Didn't find the mark, but they're right back on the attack. That somehow banked off the wall through the defense. It's Zidrox now with nobody in net. L Journey can't even steal it. It's a hat trick for Big Z.
I'm not sure whether El Journey was trying to take this or backflip to try and get out of the way just to be nice. That's hard to tell. It could have been an attempted steal, but really don't know how to call that one, Stacks.
Well, what we can call it is a 3-0 lead for My Little Pony, the number 2 seed, looking to establish dominance and looking to make their way into the 3rd round. This goes off the back wall. Nero almost own-goaled it. Now Raccoon taking flight. And, well, Raccoons don't fly very well. This will be Rivalo Nero over to L Journey. Does he have his first goal yet? No. Back wall. Now he's got it. L Journey gets his first tally of the match.
He'll be really happy with this as well. Off the backboard, Raccoon drove into net. Really would have liked to have seen a double jump boost up to the backboard to try and pinch off of his own ball there. But perhaps low on boost or no boost at all, and that could have been why the decision was made to go into the back of the net. Really got punished there for it by L Journey.
4 goals in the first half, maybe a 5th as this one hits everything except the net. And it will be Raccoon that clears away, but only as far as Rivalo Nero. This is a defensive miscue, though, and Nero comes flying back to make a clear and keep that away from Raccoon's heart. Now, Rivalo Nero off the corner looking for L Journey again. Instead, he found Mick. Zidrox comes up empty-handed. Mick trying to force this through into the center. And now Raccoon will try as well. Zidrox right to L Journey. Good, patient defending from My Little Pony, and that's the difference, I think, between these two teams. No panic, no real communication breakdowns, and that's why you see My Little Pony leading this series, 10-0 right now.
Yeah, 6-0 was the first game scoreline, 4-0 right now. Just under 2 minutes remain, and it seems like we're about to see a 5th goal drop in from My Little Pony at this stage. Zidrox does find it, drops it off the backboard there. Amazing shot comes out there.
Yeah, it's the 10th shot on target for My Little Pony, and it completes playmaker for Rivalo Nero. So he's kind of taken a back seat in this game as far as the goals are concerned. 4 of them, though, belong to Zidrox. He had a hat trick in game 1 as well. L Journey trying to start the attack again. They are not content to sit on 5 goals, and they won't have to.
Wow.
Zidrox has added a 5th.
And yet again, it's another assist for Rivalo Nero. And as you said, he's kind of taken a back seat with those goals. But, you know, Rivalo Nero really playing that invaluable role of the pass player who puts it into the center. Very pivotal and vital role to play in a team.
Inside 90 seconds now in game 2, and presumably the match, barring something miraculous or catastrophic, depending on your point of view. This will go off the side for Zidrox to send downfield. And another one in front. And another chance. This time, Rivalo Nero finally adds a goal in game 2.
Also this time, it was Zidrox that made the assist pass out that corner there. Really playing well together are these two, Rivalo Nero and Zidrox. L Journey hasn't had too much luck in this series. Couldn't score in the first game. Has picked up a goal, of course, in this game. Not for the lack of trying, though. 3 shots in this one. And at this stage, it doesn't really seem like Raccoon's Heart have figured out what they needed to do. It seems like My Little Pony have figured out how to punish Raccoon's Heart even more so. 6-0 was the first scoreline in game 1. 7-0 right now with a minute remaining still.
Raccoon just came up with probably the most powerful shot they've had. Unfortunately, it wasn't really an official shot. It wasn't on target. Tough angle from L Journey. Almost found the mark. Zidrox tried a similar angle on the other side. Neither able to hit the target. And here comes L Journey for his second. Up high and down hard. It's 8-0.
journey finally coming through as that third rotation. Sitting in that midfield area for quite some time, spotted the opportunity, came through exactly the right time. Just had to wait for that chance, Stacks.
His patience has been rewarded. He's got his second goal and still time to complete the hat trick. 30 seconds left. Raccoon trying to break up the shutout, and he will be unsuccessful. Another shot's going to go way off to the corner. And Raccoon Sard, they might have accepted their fate pretty early on when they saw what they were up against in the early minutes of game one. We tick down to the final 10 seconds, little more than a formality. Loose ball near the center line, and it's going to be cleared by Bueno. Last chance for Raccoon's Heart to add one in the series, and they run into each other. It's kind of a snapshot of the entire series, and it will be My Little Pony with a sweep, headed on to the third round to face Team Disqualified.
Well, hopefully they don't get disqualified, and a great matchup is played there as well.
Yeah, and it was, well, hopefully for them, something a little more than what we saw here is not 14 shots in game one. I believe it was something around 9 or 10 shots in game one, it was 9 or 10 shots. Here, 14 shots in game two. Numbers are hard, words are harder, but we finally got there. And for My Little Pony, what really matters is an 8-0 win. So they win the series 14-0 on aggregate, if you care about those numbers. And they do sweep the series and go on into the third round.
It's going to give them a huge amount of confidence heading forward in the tournament as well. As you said, the second seed, a very tough team for any other team to go up against. And it's going to be interesting to see their progress throughout the tournament.
Well, when we have a third round matchup, we will let you know as well, and we will come back for it. But for now, we're going to take just a short break. But when we come back, we will have the third round of the Shift Pro League EU Weekly right here on Twitch.tv.
Let's go! He gets knocked over! And he doesn't have an orange in his there! He's... Oh, no! Talking about that with an orange! Corrupted fair! Angle! Score!
And welcome back to the Shift Pro League EU Weekly. I'm Stax, joined by not Rankies now, but Jordan has joined us here. Jordan, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good, mate. Seeing the past couple of rounds that you guys have casted, it's gone really well so far. Really looking forward to seeing the next couple of games.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good one here in our third round as well. It is Reforce Esports up against ERZ Gamers. And the rosters for this one, of course, if you're in the lobby, you can see, but we've got Dino, Tadpole, and Physic on the Reforce side. And ERZ is bringing in RNZ, Royal, and Duck. I like it. Very simple name. You know how like a lot of League of Legends players just have a name like, you know, Rock or something like
Faker.
Yeah, Faker. Just something very simple. You don't have to get super creative. Just I'm Duck, and that should strike fear in the hearts of all your opponents, because this guy is all about business. He didn't waste any time coming up with a creative name. It's just like, I'm Duck. Let's get down to business. Let's play some Rocket League. Exactly.
Memorable names as well. As soon as you destroy your opponents, people remember it, and it leaves scars on your opponents when they see you in a tournament like this, especially a big Shift tournament like this. I've seen a couple of these players play before. I know Royal used to play in the Void squad that we saw play here last week, I think. And unfortunately, they went out around the same sort of time. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays with this new team.
Well, we are underway here in Game 1 as Physic will try to start the attack very early for Reforce Esports. We have seen the blue side pretty well dominate so far in both matches we've seen so far. Of course, that would be the better seeded team in most cases, and this one no exception. Reforce Esports, though, was the 4 seed coming in. ERZ Gamers in at the number 5 seed. We're starting to really get down to it now. It is still a best of 3 before we get into the semifinals, but this is probably as entertaining a quarterfinal as you're going to see on the bracket, or so we hope. Here goes Tadpole looking for Dino. Instead, he found Royal, and the ball goes right back the other way. It's ERZ trying to get an attack started, but a big power clear from Dino sends Royal tracking back. It's not a great clear, but another one needed from RNZ, and that kills off the attack for now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ping pong in this match so far. You can definitely see Reforce getting in the early shots, testing out the defense of the ERZ Gamers, and it seems to be paying off.
RNZ will send this away. Dino is right there. But now Physic will just kind of dump this in and go back, almost like an ice hockey line change. Dump it in, go away, and set up the attack for somebody else. Physic's able to center this, but Duck got in the way. And now Physic, great pass off the side to Tadpole. Doesn't normally work that way unless they know it's coming. Here's a shot from Dino, and Duck jumped in the way of it right on the goal line.
Yeah, it was a really good save by Duck. Sorry to interrupt you there, but there's off the bar by Tadpole. Really good shot by the Reforce Esports team, coming in with the pressure, and ERZ Gamers really need to get it out of their zone.
They do get it out of the zone. Goes off the post on the other side, and now here goes Physic, looking to dribble through and drop that off for Dino. Then the timing was just off by about a half second. Here goes RNZ. He's going to back off as he saw Dino coming on. Good defending on both sides, but they've both dodged a couple of bullets here. Another shot coming in, and that's going to be sent away by Physic. Rebound by Royal goes wide. It was deflected by Fizz as well. Dino giving chase. So is Duck, and Duck wins the race. We remain scoreless at the halfway mark in Game 1 between two teams that seem very evenly matched.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. ERZ are finally starting to show their aggressive side of things, trying to push the ball forward. But as I'm saying that, it slowly rolls in from a shot from Reforce.
And after all that we saw, all the quality shots that were sent away and all the attacks that were thwarted, that's the shot that finds its way in. Royal not able to get back in time, and it is Reforce with a 1-0 lead. It took them 5 shots to get through. And now they're looking for more. Dino blocked off by Duck, but it goes right to Physic, and Duck is there again. Well placed on the back wall. Exactly where he needed to be. He read that play like a book. But now here it is on the other side. Dino up against RNZ, and RNZ not able to get a touch. So ERZ gamers watch an attack go by the wayside, and a dangerous touch there from Duck right near the crossbar, as Reforce Esports have found something that's working, and they are not letting ERZ get downfield and stay downfield for very long at all. And there's a shot in from Dino, set up by Physic, and a great team play doubles the lead for Reforce.
Yeah, it's just another simple play. Royal trying to clear it out, and then Physic is there again. We've seen it countless times, just trying to ping the ball into the middle, and this time it's paid off from the backboard. Really good shot into the top right-hand corner, and they've doubled their lead now, and it seems like they've deserved it.
This is going to be sent in by Royal, and he's beaten by Tadpole. And a great pass off by Physic. Found Tadpole right on the mark. This will go off the ceiling, and Duck makes the save. He's made a few of them right on the goal line, only credited with 2, but he's had a couple of really great clears to go with it. Now Tadpole off the corner. Can't follow it up himself, and RNZ will start it downfield alone against Dino. And Dino comes out the better of the 2 there. Well, Reforce Esports, they've got the 8 shots. ERZ only has 2. It's been a theme that we've seen in these matches so far. But this one seems much closer than the shot count indicates. Though it would seem right now Reforce Esports have really done a good job of pinning ERZ back in their own zone.
Yeah, you can definitely see the aggressive side starting to come out in ERZ gamers. They look dangerous on the attack. But as you said just there, Reforce Esports have been doing a really good job of keeping the ball in the ERZ zone and making sure that they can't do anything. They're always on the defense. And it seems to be working for them. 15 seconds left and they're 2-0 up.
Everybody comes up empty here. Duck will clear it with 8 seconds left. If they want a chance at a kickoff goal, they needed a goal there. Instead, Dino with one last clear. And that will do it in game 1. Reforce Esports, well, they dominated the stats and they dominate the scoreboard. A 2-0 win puts them 1 win away from the semifinals.
Yeah, really well played by Reforce Esports. We've seen both of these teams come through the bracket, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, both of them had a bye in the first round as well. So they have been waiting around in this second round for a little while. So they might be a little bit cold. But as we saw there, Reforce Esports came out of the blocks really, really well. As you can see, they're dominating on the stats. But ERZ, like I said before, they have been doing really well on the attack. When they've started to come forward, we've seen glimpses of what they can do. So I'm really excited to see if they can come out of this gate in the second round and do a little bit more with it this time.
Yeah, this is the second match for both teams. Of course, in their first match, each winning 2-0. It was Reforce Esports knocking off Tactical Gamers and ERZ Gamers knocking out Team Stoys. So that's where we are now. The winner will take on the winner between our 1-8 matchup in Call Me Jay and Too Much Troll. Physic with an early shot, blocked by Duck. He's made another goal line save, but those saves have not been enough to propel them forward. This one is, and Duck trying to force this through. RNZ misses high, Royal misses high, could not get that down under the crossbar. And now it's Duck left alone against Dino, and he's able to get a touch there. RNZ also went up for it though. And right now, ERZ Gamers, they've weathered the storm here, but they need to shore up the communication on the defensive end. Now Physic downfield, off the corner, and Dino was there, so was RNZ. And Duck will bomb one downfield. Nobody back for Reforce. And that shot, fortunately for Reforce, goes just wide. And now we've seen a much quicker back and forth pace from both teams here. I think this favors Reforce, though. They seem to be able to get back a little more frequently than ERZ. They've left the door open quite a bit behind them.
Yeah, ERZ, they seem to have come out of the blocks a little bit better, in my opinion, in the beginning parts of this game. They do look a little bit shaky at the back. Like I was saying, Royal is a new member to this team that I've seen anyway. So maybe the communication issues are stemming from that, but they have been a lot better so far. Reforce playing the fast game, and ERZ can't really slow it down for themselves. But they seem to be holding on so far. It is 0-0. But they really need to work on it, with Royal making mistakes like that with a backflip, and unfortunately Dino's been able to put it in. And that's the mistakes you can't really afford to make against Reforce.
Yeah, Royal getting caught up with, he's trying to backflip into the ball and trying to figure out which side he actually needs to move his control stick over to. And it's a common mistake when you're facing the other way. It's all opposites, and that one not going ERZ's way at all. They find themselves trailing now 1-0, facing elimination now, down a game in the series. It is only a best of 3 in the quarters, and Reforce's Tadpole has doubled the lead.
That's actually a really, really nice touch. Another pass from Physics off the corner, but Tadpole just beating the orange defender to the ball and able to tip it right into the top right-hand corner. Really good touch by the Reforce team. And 2-0 up again, and they're going to have to hold this lead for another 3 minutes now.
Well, ERZG really needs some energy here. Dino will try to start another attack for Reforce. As you can tell, they smell blood and they're out for more. Tadpole off the crossbar, and his touch actually took that away from Physic. So now RNZ, well, doing exactly what ERZ thinks they need to do, is get these big clears downfield and follow them up. Maybe you get lucky, you put one on target, but right now, Reforce back on the attack. Good pass across, but it's all about timing. Nobody was there. And another shot blocked off right in front. And it looks like ERZ has to play defense a little longer, past the halfway mark, trailing now by 2 goals. And their tournament lives certainly at stake now. It's Duck trying to center, and it got by 2 defenders, but Dino is there. He'll send it back downfield for RNZ to clear. And ERZ, all these letters, another shot goes just wide from Duck. ERZ might have had their best opportunity right there, just their second shot in game 2.
Yeah, ERZ, you can see they're really struggling to get it out of their own zone. Once they get a massive clear over to the blue side, they have been really good on the attack. We've seen them just hit the post a few seconds ago, but Reforce are doing a really good job of pinning them in their own zone once again, like they did in the first game. So if Royal, Duck and RNZ can get a few attacks together, they might be able to bring this one back with 1:30 left.
This will be popped away by Dino. And another attack gone by the wayside for ERZ Gamers. Again, just the 2 shots. They both come from Duck. And Royal's not able to clear downfield. That makes the task even more difficult for the orange side. RNZ will try. He'll float this through. Physic and Tadpole are both there. Physic took it. Just the first save that Reforce has had to make. With a minute to go now in game 2. They are less than 60 seconds away from reaching the best of 5 semis. Duck will send this away. And a little confusion over who would take it between him and Royal. And a loose ball at midfield is going to be sent back in. ERZ just cannot get anything going. It's quality defense right at the center line from Reforce.
Yeah, like I was saying, they're just pinning them in their own zone. And as you said just there, ERZ really struggling to get something going. They can't even get the passing plays together because Reforce are there, cutting it out straight away. And with 20 seconds left, 2 goals is going to be a struggle against this team.
Yeah, no goals yet for ERZ in this series. Great opportunity for one here, and that goes off the crossbar because Dino got a touch on it right after the shot, and that will do it. 3 seconds left, and Reforce Esports only takes 2 games. That's all they needed as they're headed on to the semifinals.
Yeah, really well played by Reforce Esports. Both of these teams put up a really good fight. And as we were saying before this game, it was the number 4 and 5 seed of this tournament so far. So we expected a close game, and both games finished 2-0. But Reforce Esports did seem rather dominant on the defense, as we were saying during the game. Just kept the defense on the halfway line, and ERZ just couldn't break them down and get past this team.
Well, no rust at all for Reforce Esports with the long layoff in between games. They will move on to face not the number 1 seed. We've had a big upset in another quarterfinal. Too much troll. the number 8 seed, and the team of Bounty, Hank, and Bennis OK have knocked off our number 1 seed, Caro, Tiz, and Gontho, the Call Me J squad. So a 3-game series going to Too Much Troll, and that's what awaits Reforce Esports in the semifinals. If you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and check out Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat. I know Jordan and all the guys here at Shift Pro League would certainly appreciate the help. We have a promo code you can use. It's SPL17, so you don't even need to donate any of your own money to the prize pool, though that would certainly be appreciated. But you can use that promo code SPL17, donate a free $1 into the pool, and it will help Shift Pro League continue to provide events like this EU Weekly and plenty others. So, Jordan, what we just saw real quickly before we go to a break, we haven't seen a single match go beyond 2 games, but my sense is now that we go on to the semifinals, obviously we will have matches go much more than 2 games. What are you looking forward to between these teams that we have so far in the semifinals?
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing how teams are going to handle best of 5 situations. Now that we're in the semi-final games are going to be best of 5, and the finals are going to be best of 7. So that means all the teams that are going to come into the semi-final has got to keep their concentration for a lot longer. Even if they're 2 games up, they can still lose. And the humiliation of losing 3-2 after going 2-0 up is going to be a lot for these teams. And we've seen a couple of these teams already put on a really good display. I know My Little Pony stands out in my head, and Reforce being very, very dominant on the defense. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can hold that for the long amount of time that they need to.
Well, we will see very shortly as we wait for our semifinals to begin. We will have that for you right here, though, on the EU Weekly, right here on Shift Pro League. Don't go anywhere.
An orange is there. He's no, no. Corrupted there. Angle. Score.
Welcome back to the EU Weekly right here on Shift Pro League. I am Stax, joined by Jordan, and it is time for the semifinals. We just saw Reforce Esports sweep their way through the quarters, and they will face the number 8 seed, Too Much Troll, which we'll see on stream for the first time. Jordan, what are you looking forward to here?
Well, as you said in the at the end of the last game, Too Much Troll is the number 8 seed, and they upset the bracket a little bit by beating Call Me Jay, which was the number 1 seed. So we haven't actually seen Too Much Troll on stream yet, and I haven't seen them in any tournaments beforehand. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this team is going to play against the Reforce Esports team. We did see that they were really difficult to break down on the halfway line. So I'm wondering if they're going to be able to counteract that and do better than the ERZ team did.
Well, while we have a moment before this game starts, you see that Jordan is joining me. We had Rankies from before. If you're just tuning in, be sure to check out the VOD. Rankies is a fantastic caster as well from the Oceania region. You know, you've seen plenty of Oceania here on the EU Weeklies. Rankies actually recently being named Rocket League Oceania Caster of the Year when they had their big Rocket League Oceania Awards just the other night. So definitely give them a big shout out, and find Rankies on Twitter as well. I think it's just at Rankies. I could be wrong. I'll double check on that. But definitely give him a big congratulations on Twitter. We appreciate him stopping by here for the first half of this tournament. Now we're on to the second half and just waiting for the players to join a side. And that's finally what they're going to do. Tadpole has got it started. So either the players are all going to join or we're going to remake the lobby. We'll see here. It looks like we are 2/3 of the way there, waiting on Too Much Troll to not troll. It is Ben, Hank, and Bounty. They are the team that knocked off the number 1 seed, going up against Dino, Physic, and Tadpole, who we just saw take out ERZ. And it's Physic trying to start things off early for Reforce. And we'll see if Reforce is able to come up with a significant shot advantage like they did against ERZ. It was much more even in game 2, but the possession certainly favored them. Probably 80-20, really, throughout the entirety of that last series. Tadpole, low shot in, sent away by Ben. And it's going to be Hank trying to take this off the side and not able to stay with it. And maybe a little defensive breakdown for Reforce, as they are able to clear the zone. And now you wonder, for Too Much Troll, you wonder how often they've been streamed in the past, but will the pressure of playing on stream get to them here in the semifinals?
Well, if they've got all the way to the semifinals, I really do have faith in the team to perform, even if they are being streamed. But you never know. In these sort of tournaments, teams can come out of nowhere and surprise everybody. It doesn't matter if they're on stream or not. But as we've already seen, as you said, Reforce having a little bit of a defensive breakdown, so maybe they're getting a little bit nervous now that they're getting to the semifinals.
Which would certainly be weird for them, as they were just on stream a moment ago, but this one's going to get through everybody, and Ben gets credit for the goal.
Yeah, you just see Ben following up, little simple pass into the middle, gets it off the corner, and it just bounced a little bit strangely. Hank misses it as well to dunk it into the middle, but nobody there to clear it away, and Too Much Troll showed us exactly why they beat the number 1 seed.
Yeah, they do have a 1-0 lead. Again, this is a best of 5 now as we get into the semifinals. And this will be popped off the ceiling. Not a great pass in front, but this shot goes just wide. Dino was there to try and direct that in. And now Hank, a little 180 through the air, trying to get a touch on. But this will be sent back down by Physic. Not great possession from Reforce so far. They're really employing that dump and chase strategy that we saw in the last match. And it's almost working. Physic just off the corner of the goal, trying to dunk that through. And at the 3-minute mark, it is still a 1-0 lead for Too Much Troll, but they seem to be clinging to this lead. They've only got the 1 shot, if you want to call it a shot, but it did find the net.
Yeah, Reforce just trying to bring out their attacking shots now. You can see already they've already had 4 shots on the net, and Too Much Troll starting to struggle a little bit at the back. Reforce showing exactly how they beat ERZ beforehand, but they don't have the goal to show for it, so Too Much Troll are going to be confident going into the second half of this game. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, and they could just get another attacking goal if they keep the pressure up.
Chance now for Hank. He's going to lob this in. Ben will pass it back out for Bounty. They had a good team play set up, but it broke down with the shot. And now Hank has to play defense at the center line. We're not seeing Reforce really go for possession at midfield. When that ball is loose and bouncing around, they're just kind of giving it away to Too Much Troll. Not a winning strategy, perhaps, as we're down to 2 minutes left, and Reforce hasn't had a shot in the last 90 seconds, it feels. Here goes Dino, taken away by Hank. And now a big clear from Tadpole, almost on target. Ben was watching that one. I have a hard time believing that he thought that was off the crossbar. That looked like it was very close, and he was just praying for it to miss. Physic lobs one in, and Bounty is there to send it away. Now it's going to be Hank against Dino. Sent away, and Too Much Troll. They've dodged a bullet. The 6th shot for Reforce Esports did not tie the game, and they're looking to get off on the right foot here in this series. Game 1 going their way so far, but really, other than that shot, that fluke that found its way in, there hasn't been much going on for Too Much Troll. They only have 2 shots in the game, and not many great opportunities. This one dunked in by Bounty, but it will be cleared away by Dino. Bounty will try again. Hank is there, and a great play set up by Too Much Troll. There is the attack they've been waiting for.
That was such a nice pass from Bounty, just coming off the wall backwards, getting a little bit of an air drag, and just drops it onto Hank's nose. And there's nothing the Reforce team can do about it. It's just gone straight into the net. 2-0 up with 50 seconds left. And it seems like Reforce are just playing a different style of play to how they played against ERZ. We saw them just stopping the ball almost at halfway line, just not letting them get any sort of attack forward. And Too Much Troll might not have been coming forward so much during this game, but every attack that they've had, they've looked extremely dangerous, only having 3 or 4 shots on the net so far, and they've got 2 goals from it.
Well, a great attack set up by Reforce there. They really needed that one to find the net. Instead, there was no shot at all. Down to 18 seconds, and that pass going to find its way through. Tadpole, a big drive right there at Hank. And now Reforce has woken up, and they've got one with 10 seconds to go.
Another really good goal. Hank trying to clear it, but only puts it into the corner. And it is passed in by Physic once again, but what a touch that is by Dino. Just redirecting it into the bottom left-hand corner. And no one on the Too Much Troll team was going to expect that sort of goal, but really good goal. 10 seconds left. And Reforce are going to have to do something really quickly here.
Well, Reforce has twice the shots, but Too Much Troll has twice the goals. Make it 3 as Bounty will finish the job. Everybody from Too Much Troll has a goal.
Yeah, Ben, nice little lifted shot. It was going to go in anyway, I think, but Bounty making sure that they've won this first game in the best of 5. But Reforce really need to come into their game now. They've played that ERZ team, and like I said before, they seem to be just another team in this game. And losing this first game might just give them the kick up the backside that they need.
Yeah, for Reforce Esports, it looked like they woke up in the final minute or so. They finally started getting some pressure. They had a long sustained attack. It did result in a goal, but they had already dug themselves a hole. They were already down 2-0 at that point, and there was only 10 seconds left when they scored. So, yeah, it had to be a frantic charge towards the net to find that equalizer. They gave up the kind of a cheapie on the other end. So a 3-1 win for Too Much Troll in Game 1. 2 wins away from reaching the grand finals. And they are quickly loaded in and ready to go. No wasting any time. In this best of 5, we're underway again. And Ben looking for a kickoff goal, but that's going to be blocked away by Dino. Now Bounty. Not a great touch, and Physic will start the attack for Reforce. Big clear from Ben, and a second touch to continue harassing Reforce on the offensive side. But Reforce not deterred yet, and a shot in towards the bar. It's Physic opening the scoring early.
Yeah, another really good play. Dino off the corner once again. Physic following it up, and a really good touch from the underside of the bar. Just put it right in that corner, slotting it away. But Reforce coming out exactly how they wanted to start this game, scoring with an early goal only 30 seconds in.
Physic up to Dino. This is a good passing play they've got set up, but Physic wasn't there. Might have worked a little better if they had Tadpole coming up as well, but instead here comes the number 8 seed, Too Much Troll, looking for an equalizer early. Ben has this set up on a tee for him, and he passes it across. Hank a little slow getting there. Now Bounty will try to center another one, and Tadpole sends that away, and Reforce does well to send away an attack, but you got to feel like Too Much Troll would want that one back. They had a great opportunity in front, almost at point-blank range, as this one sent away by Physic. A big clear, credited with the first save for Reforce. A high, loose ball in front, and Physic with an aerial demo. Bounty not able to clear. This is in front for Ben to send away. And Too Much Troll back to full strength, and they fend off the attack for now. Hank gets that through Tadpole. Another shot coming in, and a save at the goal line by Bounty. Boy, this is a different Reforce team than we saw in Game 1. They are not just converting as we saw from Physic, but they're coming very close to adding to their scoreline as we approach the 3-minute mark of Game 2.
Yeah, this is exactly the sort of Reforce team that we saw in the quarterfinals, and this is exactly the sort of team that I wanted to see come out in this first game. But as I'm saying that, Physic putting another one away, 2-0 up, and Reforce, like you said, they're a completely different team now.
Yeah, you wonder if Tadpole would have had this go in. You wonder where the goalposts the way they are, if that would have stayed in. So good on Physic for making sure that that goes in. More important than avoiding a goal steal. Now they're looking for a third, and not going to get one there. Hank with a demo will kind of hinder the Reforce attack, but maybe not enough. Another shot in from Dino. That's the 7th of the game for Reforce. And this is what we saw in Game 1. They had the shots advantage. They didn't have the goals advantage. This is very different. Too Much Troll just has the one shot. And unlike in Game 1, it did not find the mark. Now Bounty trying to center. It's not very well placed, and there's nobody back for them. Dino's going to walk this in, and a turtle goal on an empty net extends the lead to 3.
Yeah, you just see Too Much Troll trying to push forward as much as they can. 2-0 down, and halfway through this game, they really need to put the pressure on. And unfortunately, all 3 of the players were forward, and it just left an empty goal. And that's exactly what can happen when you put too many players forward in a game like this. 3-0 up now, Reforce, and I don't really see Too Much Troll coming back into this.
Well, they almost got one from Hank, but Physic was there to send it away. And now Hank will try again. Maybe trying to be needlessly fancy, but it's good enough. He got that by Dino, but nobody there. The pass didn't have a lot on it. Another shot coming in, and maybe now, as we saw in Game 1, with Reforce waking up in the final minutes, Too Much Troll will come to life at the end here, but that life may be extinguished very quickly. Tadpole will drop this one in with the tires, and it's a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, it's a really good pass off the ceiling there, I think that was, by Dino. Pinched it against the ceiling, and it just dropped down in front of Physic, and he unfortunately couldn't put it away. Hit the crossbar, but Tadpole finishing that one off. And 4-0 now in this second game. It's a completely different team that we saw in this first game. And Reforce are going to want to take this confidence straight on into the next game and try and win this best of 5 now.
Physic just takes that away from Bounty. And of course for Reforce now, here's the challenge that Too Much Troll faces. Reforce doesn't need to push forward at all. And, you know, you could tell that this is kind of token offense. Yeah, they're keeping pressure on, but they're not overextending. They don't need to. They've got the lead. Tadpole with a second touch drops that off for Physic, and Reforce gets a hat trick for Physic in style.
That second touch by Tadpole was crazy. Just jumps off the wall and then falls down on top of it, and luckily it's bounced out to Physic, and he's there to put it away again. 5-0 now, and it's a completely different game to what we saw in this first one. Too Much Troll just don't know how to handle this other Reforce team that's just come out of nowhere almost.
Yeah, tale of two different games. This is going to be a tied series, barring a monumental collapse on the part of Reforce Esports. Dino not able to beat Bounty, though. And there is still a chance, at least, for Too Much Troll to get some momentum back on their side. That's what Reforce did at the end of game 1. You know, they finally had that attack going. They finally got a goal and, you know, finally did something that worked. So maybe for Too Much Troll, they can get a goal late and kind of take that into game 3. It will be a very pivotal third game, as both teams will have a game to their credit. We get to the final 30 seconds, and Dino is looking for one more, perhaps, for Reforce Esports. 6 is a good even number. And Bounty can't get anything going for Too Much Troll. Give Too Much Troll credit. Give Hank credit, at least. He's got all 5 shots for them. They at least made the shot totals look a little respectable. It's much more so than the first minutes. But Reforce Esports, 12 shots to their credit, and a big 5-0 victory. 6 if they can keep this up and find the net. But that is not going to be the case, and that will do it for game 2. Reforce Esports ties the series as we go on to game 3.
Yeah, really well played by Reforce Esports this game. Like we were saying during this game, they came out a completely different team. They were very, very aggressive. They played exactly how they were playing against ERZ, just keeping it on the halfway line if they could, trying to keep the ball away from their own net. Too Much Troll having 5 shots on the net this time, but as we saw from the last game, they weren't putting them away like they were last game. So they really need to try and get better shots on net, try and get forward a little bit more, try and work their way past the halfway line and past the wall of defense that Reforce Esports have got going.
With the exception of the physic goal that we just saw in the background on the replays, all of the goals except for one other goal came with an assist, and that one also came with an assist. But I think you could say 3 of the 5 goals were the credit of, or the result of, great team play from Reforce Esports, something that we did not see in game 1. Now we go on to game 3, and this is the pivotal one. This is the one where someone is going to be on match point. Someone is going to have their back against the wall after this, facing elimination. 5 minutes on the clock, and here we go. It's a straightaway kickoff, and it's won by Reforce Esports. And a demo from Dino requires Hank to make a big save early on. So Dino will drop this off to the corner for Physic, and he's opened the scoring early again. Reforce Esports picking up right where they left off.
Yeah, just bounces off the corner nicely for Physic, and he's just slotted it past the blue defender. And I'm surprised nobody came to challenge that. I think Bounty was actually turning around in the net, so couldn't come and challenge that as quickly as he wanted to. So it gave Physic a free shot on net. And when Reforce are on this sort of attacking mood, you can't give them free shots like that because they're going to slot them home.
Ben looking to equalize early. That's off the corner, and Dino got in the way of Bounty. Now Hank will send it back in. Something's got to change very quickly for Too Much Troll. They were dominated in game 2. And really, you could say they were dominated near the end of game 1. That final minute really belonged to Reforce Esports, and the first minute of game 3 belongs to Physic.
Yeah, that shot almost came out of nowhere. Passed it to himself, sorry. And Hank and Bounty went for it, and you can just see from the replay there, it did look like his own teammate got a little bit of a touch on it, so that might have thrown a couple of the players off the ball there. But another great shot from Physic, and it's 2-0 to his team now.
Oh, but Hank is going to dribble right in here like a hot knife through butter, able to slip through the defense and get a big goal for Too Much Troll.
I really love this dribble. Just takes it around one player, and then that last little dribble to just take it around the goalkeeper was perfect. Just a little bit of salt in the wounds, if you will. Just stops it in front of the goalkeeper, makes him go the wrong way, and just slots it into an open net. And that's going to give Hank, especially for Too Much Troll, a lot more of the confidence that they need. Only 2-1 now, and they can definitely bring this one back with like about 4 minutes left in this game.
Been a very explosive first minute. 3 goals between these two teams. And Very close to equalizing. It was too much troll a moment ago. Now it's Ben looking to send this away. And Hank also went up for that ball. So the attack for too much troll will suffer a little bit. And Dino able to get a touch upside down. Great recovery as he was bumped in midair. It starts the attack for Reforce Esports, and it almost ended with a shot from Tadpole, but Bounty was right there for it. Now Bounty plays this to the back wall, as does Hank, and instead it will be sent away for Ben to bring back in. This is much better from Too Much Troll. They're not letting themselves get dominated on the defensive side. They're challenging at midfield, and now they've got a chance to find an equalizer. But not against Dino, as he sent another one away. And what's been kind of understated, I think, in the last two series is how good Dino has been defensively for Reforce.
Yeah, exactly. All of the Reforce team has been absolutely excellent during these last couple of games, especially. But Dino is always on point during these games, especially on the defensive side of things. Always there to cut out passes from the other side. And Hank trying to get something in the middle there with Bounty. That would have been a crazy goal. But yeah, as you were saying, Dino has been excellent in the past couple of games.
And now Tadpole looking to fly through the defense, and it's going to be Ben who has to clear this away. Dino comes up empty-handed. He's had a couple miscues since we just started praising him. Caster's curse confirmed. Tadpole a big drive though. Caster's curse irrelevant as Tadpole adds one to the tally for Reforce.
Yeah, Tadpole just following up on a really nice pass off the wall. Just a nice simple shot almost from the halfway line. And it was a powerful shot, and unfortunately Too Much Troll could not get fast enough to the ball. So it is 3-1 now, but with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, I can still see Too Much Troll coming back into this one.
They've looked much better than they did in game two. It's hard not to, as really Reforce had their way with them in game two. It was a 5-0 win. Probably could have been a lot more. Big drive though from Ben, as that one was set up on a tee by Hank.
Yeah, really nice pass again. Hank just saw it from behind him. Really good set down by him. And Ben just slotting it home over to the left-hand side away from the goalkeeper. And really good play by Too Much Troll. And that's exactly the sort of attacking moves that we want to see by them. They've only had 5 shots on the net, but most of the attacking plays that they've had have been a lot better than the Reforce team's shots, in my opinion. But Reforce have been putting them away. And again, almost a really good shot by Dino. Dino just proving again why he's been such a good player for Reforce.
And the defense there from Ben making his 3rd save. So he's got Savior. 6 saves as a team for Too Much Troll. No saves for Reforce Esports. Keep that in mind as we get into the final 80 seconds of game 3. The most important game of the series to this point. Again, the winner here goes on to match point. 1 win away from the grand finals. Physic just sends this off the side in a 50-50. Won basically by the ball. Now Hank battling with Physic. Bounty shot from the top. What a shot as Bounty snipes the top corner.
That's a really great shot by Bounty. Just follows it off the wall, flies off the wall and gets into the top left-hand corner. And what a goal that is. Couldn't have come at a better time. With 54 seconds left in this game, Too Much Troll are not out of this game at all. 3-3.
And he had a great shot from our boy Pate running the camera behind the scenes of Dino, just watching that one as it goes in. There's nothing he could do about it, even with full boost. Now we're tied with 37 seconds to go. And both teams looking for possession. The next possession could very well win this game, as Bounty will send one downfield. And will it be Too Much Troll? No, it's back on to the blue side for Reforce. If they can get there, very slow getting that ball though. Reforce does seem like they're a touch slower than they have been. This will drop in and Bounty makes the save with 10 seconds left. Reforce not out of the woods just yet though. They've got to play defense for a few seconds to try and force overtime. Now they get a chance to win it. Tadpole, a big drive off the beach, posted away, and we go to OT.
That was such a crazy shot. It hit the post and hit the other post, and I can't believe that didn't go into the top left. And again, another shot from Too Much Troll straight from the kickoff, getting a great save, and this is just exploded.
Well, this game picked up in a hurry, especially when Bounty found that game-tying goal, a spectacular shot from up high, and now he's looking for the game winner. High off the back wall, can't follow it himself, and Hank misses high as well, but the follow-up is there. Great pass, nice shot, good game. Too Much Troll is one away from the finals.
Really good pass by Hank, straight over the backboard, and his teammate Ben is right there, waiting for it almost. And can you believe it? Too Much Troll have come back from such a deficit and won this third game to give them that pivotal moment. And they're on a match point now.
They are on match point as Ben comes up with the game winner. And now he's asking for a minute in between games. Hey, it just so happens you get 60 seconds in between games. So while he gets things sorted out, we look at, well, the highlights and the scoreboard, and you see, well, a lot of crooked numbers up there, a lot of 3s and 2s. And for Reforce Esports, I got to feel like that one got away. They had a lead early. They had 13 shots against just the 8 shots from Too Much Troll, but they weren't able to find the net. They weren't able to beat the defense of Too Much Troll as they sent 7 of those shots away. And ultimately, Too Much Troll is the team that is now 1 win away from reaching the grand finals. It has been quite an adventure for them. They took out number 1, and they're a win away from taking out number 4.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone could have seen that one coming in this game, especially. Too Much Troll, it's so hard to explain because during this game, I was convinced Reforce were going to win this one. And then all of a sudden, everything exploded, and Too Much Troll have come out of the woods from nowhere almost, and they've won the game. They've taken it straight from Reforce's nose, and they're 1 win away from the final, like you said. And Reforce really don't know what to do about it. They saw in the chat just before we started this game, a couple of the Reforce guys seemed a little bit salty about it, and who can blame them? But they really need to get their heads in the game if they want to take this one to the 5th game.
Well, this is on target from way downfield. Physic almost added the first goal for 3 games in a row. But a big save early from Hank keeps this scoreless in the opening seconds. Another shot in from a tough angle. And that's sent away by Hank as well. And another one sent in, this time, 3rd time the charm, as Dino finds the opening goal of Game 4.
Yeah, popped out really nicely for Dino, and he just tilts his car in such a way. It just bounces straight off the bonnet, straight into the top left-hand corner. Really good play by the Reforce side. It's exactly the start that they wanted. And Dino showing again why we pointed him out so much last game.
That's a big goal from Dino. Gets his confidence going, perhaps, and gets this Reforce team off on the right foot in a game that they absolutely have to win. This is Game 4 of a best of 5. And you can see up on the scoreboard those 2 blue notches. Those are 2 wins for Too Much Troll. 1 more and they get to the finals. Almost got an equalizer there. Bounty's shot sent away. Hank's shot sent away. Will Ben try? Not quite yet, as this will be cleared away by Tadpole, credited with another save. Ben will bounce one in. Here comes Hank, trying to take flight. Able to stuff that through, but it's Physic getting a touch to send one away, as does Tadpole. But it's not a convincing clear as this comes right back onto the orange side. And you can tell Too Much Troll is not going to back off anytime soon. Ben almost stuffed that in, but he missed high. And here comes Bounty, taking his time. He's going to send one off the back wall. Tries to chase it himself. Might have been better served letting Hank take it. And that is how the Too Much Troll attack dies, at least in the early stages. Dino will make another save, though. But that one didn't have a whole lot onto it. And Reforce can breathe a sigh of relief. They've weathered the storm here and have come out with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, you can already see Reforce getting on the ropes a little bit now. Too Much Troll putting that pressure on. They don't want to take this to a 5th game. They want to win this now. But as I'm saying that, what a pass by Dino into Tadpole, who just flicks it in with his back end.
Yeah, this is a great pass, especially from Dino. Tadpole Just go up, get any part of that car on the ball. And of course, that's the joy of playing Dominus. There is plenty of car to put onto the ball. So a 2-0 lead for Reforce. And here goes Physic, looking for more, right through the defense, and Dino couldn't tuck that in under the corner. So here goes Ben, who needed a moment between games. Wonder if that maybe iced them a little bit as they had all the momentum from the second half of Game 3. But that momentum's been taken back by Reforce. A 2-0 lead as we get to the halfway mark. And Tadpole not able to clear. This will bounce in, and Physic did well to hold his ground and send that away calmly. Looking for Dino, and he found him, but the shot's wide, and a block right out in front by Bounty. Shots are coming in left and right now. A lot of shots between these teams, but it's the 7th shot for Too Much Troll that finally finds the mark.
Yeah, just an unfortunate little bit of a deflection there to get it straight to Hank in the middle of the park. And unfortunately, the Reforce defenders were trying to get back as quickly as they could, but the goal was gaping open. And unfortunately, Too Much Troll have got their first goal in this game with 2 minutes left, and Reforce are really going to try and hold on to this one as fast as they can.
A good touch from Dino to get by an attacker. And a chance to, oh, heck, great back pass to Bounty, and it almost found the mark. Tadpole made a goal line save. That ball was at least 3/4 in the net. But this remains a 2-1 lead, but not for long. Hank snipes the top corner, and it's tied.
Yeah, they must have been really frustrated that that one didn't go in. Really good save by Reforce, but Hank just pings it straight into the top left-hand corner, and there's no saving that one to make it 2-2. And we've still got nearly 2 minutes left in this game, and we still can't see a clear winner in this one.
We are no closer to determining a winner than when we kick things off. 1:45 to go. And a shot from Tadpole in, and Ben was the only one back, and he Spider-Man'd his way along the back wall to make a save. Excellent defending from Ben in the last 2 games. He had Savior in the last one. Off the corner here for Dino to send downfield. But instead, it's right back into the orange zone. Something has awakened within this Too Much Troll team from the end of Game 3 and now the end of Game 4. Another centering pass going to be sent away by Tadpole, and Ben again makes a big stop out in front. Coming up on a minute to go. Ben will clear this away. And another one to be cleared by Hank. Another big clear waiting for Reforce to make a mistake. Here goes Hank trying to center, and he just couldn't get off the wall in time. Ben with a centering pass. It got by Physic. It found Bounty, and Too Much Troll are 49 seconds from the finals.
You've really got to give some credit to Hank here. He followed the ball, even though it was a massive clear, followed the ball, blocked it so much so that he got Ben there in time to pass it into the middle. And Hank is there to, Bounty's there, sorry, to finish that one off, to make it 3-2. And with only 40 seconds left, this might be it. Too Much Troll might be winning this game.
Now Bounty beaten by Dino, but now this Reforce attack needs to press forward, and they need to do it quickly. 30 seconds remaining. Physic over 1. Can't get by Bounty though, and another big clear from Too Much Troll. But a good start for Reforce. It's Tadpole trying to set things up. Dino off the back wall. Here comes Tadpole again. That's a 50-50. Dino on target. It's a tie game again.
Dino, being the absolute savior that he is, puts this one away. You see this, just turns his car, puts it into the top of the goal, and unfortunately the blue defender just couldn't get to it. Tips away, and it is 3-3. Only 10 seconds left on the clock, and I think we might have an overtime.
Looking at our second straight overtime, but Too Much Troll might have something to say about it. Down to 2 seconds. This is still in the air, and it's just off the back wall. Bounty will try again. Tadpole lets it die in front of him, and we do in fact go to overtime. And an early start, perhaps for Reforce Esports. Dino looking to center. The corner did it for him, and this will be sent away. Why, so often you see that overtime kickoff goal. It's kind of an anticlimactic finish. Fortunately, we won't see it here. Someone's going to have to make a play to end this one. Is it Dino? Oh, it's just off the mark from Tadpole. He had a line on the net, and now Bounty will clear this away as Reforce goes on the attack, trying to keep this alive here. Dropped in front by Tadpole. Great touch and better defending from Too Much Troll.
Yeah, really good defended by Too Much Troll. They are just trying to stay in this game as much as they can. They've had the pressure all game, but now Reforce are trying to come forward and win this one, take it from them, and take it to the 5th game. But they really just need to get the shots on target, and they will take this one, I think.
One will be bounced in here, but Bounty's going to play it back over. And again, both teams will just play ping pong here. A little tennis, waiting for someone to make a mistake. And Bounty might have made one, and he's able to make up for it. Coming up with a big clear, preventing what would have been a shot right at the net. We've gone 1 minute 20 plus into overtime. No winner yet. Ben able to stuff this against Tadpole. And some communication mishaps here for Too Much Troll, but they're able to stay on the attack. Ben will center, and nobody's there to follow things up. So another big clear, and Reforce will get downfield. The shots, plenty to go around. 10 for Reforce Esports, 13 for Too Much Troll. And here we are waiting for one more to find the net and end game 4. Off the ceiling here, and Hank is able to beat Dino. Now Physic lets that get away from him. Ben downfield against Tadpole. And again, we may not see many quality opportunities as we get into overtime. Both teams so solid defensively despite giving up 3 goals apiece.
Yeah, both teams have been so good this game. But as I'm saying that, what a shot! Really good pass off the backboard by Ben is okay. Just see that almost ducking in. Dino thought it was going in as well, and Dino is there. Bounty's there to put it away, sorry. And what a finish to this game. Too Much Troll taking this one and taking it to the finals.
Yeah, Bounty with 2 of the 3 most important goals. The game-tying goal in the final minute of Game 3. And then the game winner here in overtime of Game 4. A great performance from Too Much Troll when really they looked like they were overmatched for a good 7-minute stretch of this match. They come back and I don't want to say dominate by any means, but they did just enough to get through in games 3 and 4, again in overtime. And 15 shots later, Too Much Troll is your first grand finalist.
Yeah, this is the second game that we've actually seen where the games have been extremely tight between the 2 teams. And Too Much Troll is showing again why they beat that number 1 seed, why they upset the number 1 seed. And they are heading straight into the finals. And we are going to get straight into another semi-final, I think. And I think we've got My Little Pony versus Nobody Wants Rap coming up for you guys. So that will be an interesting game to watch as well.
It will be. And of course, My Little Pony, the number 2 seed, we've seen them already. That is Zidrox's team. It is Zidrox, Rivalo Nero, and El Journey. And Nobody Wants Rap. They're the number 3 seed. It is Godknown, Karatin Power, and Spoonie. Maybe the best kept secret of this whole tournament. We will have that second semifinal for you in just a moment. We'll take one more quick break before we get there. You're watching the EU Weekly right here on Shift Pro League. Welcome back to the EU Weekly right here on Shift Pro League. I'm Stax, joined by Jordan for our second semifinal between the numbers 2 and 3 seeds, My Little Pony, who again we've seen on stream before, and Nobody Wants Rap, and that is Spoonie's team. Actually, it's Spoonie, Carrotin Power, and if my bracket will load, I will tell you exactly who their third is. It is God Known as their third. So probably the best kept secret of the whole tournament. We haven't seen this team on stream yet, but they come in as the number 3 seed, and they've got a big task ahead of them up against this My Little Pony squad.
Yeah, I've only seen My Little Pony casted by you and Renkies earlier on in the tournament. Just the once play, actually. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to do now that we're in the semi-finals against the third seed team.
Yeah, we are in the semis. It is a best of 5, just like the last one that went 4 games and saw our number 8 seed, Too Much Troll, or Too Much Troll, however you want to say it, make their way into the grand finals. Both teams looking at some lag issues, and we may well be restarting here. So, abandon ship here in game 1. We'll get this server remade and get right back into things. It gives us a chance to talk about the tournament so far while we wait for everybody to leave that server and for one of our admins to remake it. And again, we talk about this number 8 seed, Too Much Troll, looking like they were overmatched for a while against Reforce Esports, but ultimately coming away with 2 wins in overtime and a very impressive performance, doing just enough to get into the finals.
Yeah, like I was saying in the other game just before, I didn't expect Too Much Troll to come out with a win there. To be honest with you, Reforce Esports, when they won that game in the series, they did really well to just pin Too Much Troll into their own half, and they did seem to come out like that in the rest of the games. But Too Much Troll were able to break them down, get past them, and fortunately for them, win both of the games to take them into the final, which ERZ Gamers just couldn't do. So I am looking forward to seeing whether they can take the whole tournament or they're going to be finishing second in this one.
And still waiting on the new server to be made for these 2 teams. But, you go back to Too Much Troll, what they've had to go through. They had to go through our number 1 seed, which was also certainly not an easy task. It does look like we have a server up, by the way, so we'll get into that very quickly. They had to take out Gontho, Caro, and Tiz to just to get to the point where they took on Reforce, and they were able to get there. And now they're in the finals. I mean, what could they come across in the finals that they haven't already seen? Whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. This is maybe not necessarily the map that we want to play on after we just had lag issues. We'll just pretend that
that one didn't happen.
Yeah, we'll pretend that Born Wolf didn't just try to send us to Aquadome. He'd send us to Potato Dome if he could, I'm sure.
Let's not start that meme.
What's wrong with potatoes? Okay, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the United States, but Maine is big on potatoes. Like northern Maine, they take time off from school in the fall to harvest potatoes. So Born Wolf would love it here. Let me tell you. Born Wolf could probably move to like Presque Isle, Maine, and be in heaven right now.
Probably so. He goes on about them enough, but he doesn't really pay attention to the maps on Rocket League, unfortunately for him. So we'll hopefully get a new server set up soon here.
We do have one now, finally. Thank goodness. Yes, we are back on DFH for what will eventually be game 1 of this second semifinal. And it looks like we are about to get players loaded in just as soon as they get the new lobby info.
Okay, so while we're waiting, then I'll have you make a prediction. Who do you think is going to take this one?
The team that scores the most goals. You know, anytime I make a prediction, it's usually a kiss of death. But you know, you look at on paper. I mean, My Little Pony. When we saw them on stream, they looked very, very impressive. And I think any team with Zidrox, Ravallo, those guys of that tier is going to look very good. You know, in a tournament like this where, you know, you're not taking on like the flip side tactics of the world. This is, you know, this is a tier that they can really be competitive at. Karatin Power, we've seen him make runs into the Gfinity tournaments, but never really deep into those. I think he's going to need to put on a big show if Nobody Wants Rap is going to pull off the win here in this best of 5. And he almost got an early shot in as he was right there in front of the goal, but it was sent away by Zidrox. And he'll have to send one away again. But here comes this Nobody Wants Rap team. And let's be honest, nobody really does. This goes off the back wall, and we'll see if they can keep this attack going. Journey just twisting around. He got bumped into in the air, and he's not able to make a clear. So early on, the number 3 seed is putting all of the pressure on My Little Pony.
Yeah, they've obviously seen them being streamed earlier on in the tournament and just putting that early pressure straight onto the team. Seeing if they can get an early goal and an early lead in this one. Anything is going to help them win this game. They're going to try and do that. So Nobody Wants Rap. Definitely just need to keep the pressure on. Try and keep them in their own zone, My Little Pony, and see what they can get early on in this game.
It's going to be God Known bringing this one in. It's actually pinched by L Journey. So God Known not able to play that the way he wanted to. L Journey able to use him as a kind of a pinch mate. But now L Journey off the back wall, looking to run some interference as well. And Spoony will just pop this away and buy his teammates some time to get boost and get in position to make this clear. And it's not a great clear at all as Zidrox almost found the mark. He missed just high and wide. And right now, Nobody Wants Rap is really having trouble right now. They're kind of falling over each other, trying to clear the zone. And it's just target practice right now for My Little Pony. And Zidrox still unable to find the mark right on the doorstep. Downfield now. Spoony trying to stuff this in. And back it goes the other way. Cut off by God Known, though. And Zidrox with a great touch for Ravallo. But no real follow-up. L Journey has that go by the wayside. And we come up on the halfway mark. No goals yet. And surprisingly few shots. It looks like we've had some great opportunities, but just the 4 shots between these two teams make it 5 as Spoony jumps in front of that one.
Yeah, you see My Little Pony trying to get a couple of passing plays going. We just saw that last shot. Zidrox trying to pass it over towards another teammate to get a decent shot away. But the players at this sort of caliber, you really need to try and score those upper echelon sort of shots. You need to try and get the passing plays absolutely spot on. Otherwise, you're never going to score a goal against these guys.
Well, God Known almost found the mark right at the doorstep on the other side. But now with 2 minutes left, still no goals. Maybe one will be enough. We'll see, though. I think something's got to give at some point. Here goes Zidrox. And he's beaten by God Known. So Ravallo Nero will just play keep away. And something you don't see very often at lower levels of play. You don't see that back pass utilized. Here goes Zidrox through the defense, and he dumps it in just ahead of Karatin Power. And there's the goal for MLP.
Zidrox just taking it around all the orange defenders, flicking it over one, and then just rolling it into the goal past Karatin Power. And he just shows off exactly why he's a ESL Monthly Elite and what a caliber of player he is.
He might be the leader of this Nobody Wants Rap squad. But right now, they find themselves trailing 2-0 as L Journey drives one upstairs.
Yeah, and they might have just opened the floodgates now. Zidrox scoring that first one, and then straight away with only 1 minute and 30 left, L Journey scoring the second, and that might be taking this first game in the best of 5. But Nobody Wants Rap are still in this. They've held out for a little while before letting these two, now 3 goals in. So maybe they need to take that confidence from the first half of this game to the next part of the series.
Yeah, things have broken down for Nobody Wants Rap, and all 3 members of My Little Pony getting in on the action. Rivallo Nero, the last of the 3 to score. That's 7 shots now for MLP against just the 2 from Nobody Wants Rap. And that's a theme we've seen kind of hold through the entirety of the tournament. One team normally out shooting the other by a wide margin, and Zidrox adds another. It's not just raining, it's a torrential downpour.
Yeah, I thought the floodgates might open after a little while, and Zidrox putting another one in from a little bit of a misplay on the corner. Good pass into the middle though, and it is 4-1 with only a minute or so left to go. I think Nobody Wants Rap really needs to focus onto the next game now and try and get their confidence back together.
Another one banked in, and this will be sent away with a minute to go. And Zidrox trying to add another, looking for a hat trick perhaps, or I think he'd be content just to set up anybody at this point. And El Journey actually clears this away. So My Little Pony not just defending their own goal, but also defending on the orange side. This will be sent across though for Rivallo Nero, who just missed it high. Got to that ball a little early, and it remains just 4-0 as we get to the final 30 seconds. Zidrox is right there, and now you can tell he's really feeling it with all the confidence, just driving around backwards at this point. As we tick off the final 15 seconds, we'll see if Nobody Wants Rap can break up this shutout and get anything going forward in this series. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but game 1 going handily to My Little Pony, and Rivallo Nero with a cheeky little touch will drop one in for good measure.
Yeah, really good pass off the wall, and then he just follows it up right off the corner post. I actually thought that was going to bounce upwards, but he predicted that one absolutely perfectly and puts it into the bottom left-hand corner to make this 5 in this first game.
And we will have a chance at one more goal. No, that will finally hit the ground. And that will do it for game 1. My Little Pony, very impressive. The number 2 seed, well on their way to the grand finals if this keeps up.
Yeah, really well played throughout the game. They did get held off for a good while during the start of this game. And I'm surprised that it took them that long to score. After scoring 5 goals in this game, you would have thought that they would have scored throughout the whole of this game. But after that first goal went in on the 2-minute mark or so left in the game, it just opened the floodgates, and that's going to give them immense confidence going into the rest of this series to just take this one in 3 games.
It's the first game that either of these teams have dropped in this tournament. They both had round 1 buys. My Little Pony getting through Raccoon's Heart on stream, then they took out Disqualified in 2 games each. Nobody Wants Rap going through Team AJT and Shortcut Rocket League. So now we're into game 2, and Spoonie will try to play this up for Karaten Power, and very close to hitting the mark there. And that's the kind of play that Nobody Wants Rap needs to convert on. Karaten Power misses here. But this is kind of how they started game 1. They had the attack going, and then once My Little Pony weathered the storm, they were able to get downfield and never looked back at all. Here's a shot in from God Known, and El Journey falling off the back wall, able to make a save. And maybe we've reached the point where MLP has weathered the storm. Karaten actually jumped in the way of that shot. Probably would have been saved anyways. Here goes God Known, and that's going to be easily sent away by El Journey. Already 2 quick saves for My Little Pony in the first minute, as a shot from Spoonie gets deflected wide. Now Rivallo Nero trying to start an attack for My Little Pony. Once they get started, they don't stop. There's a shot blocked by Karaten, and Spoonie will try to dribble this away, and he got through Rivallo, but he's not able to get this forward. Rivallo in trouble, and God Known finally gets a goal for Nobody Wants Rap.
This is a really good goal. You see Spoonie getting it on top of his car and then just bumps Nero straight away. after the jump, and that led to Godknown getting an easy shot on net, and that was a really good goal, all set up by Spoonie, but a really well played goal by Nobody Wants Rap.
So Nobody Wants Rap has their first lead of the series. They're looking for more. Karotten downfield, and Rivallo flew in the way. So that shot from Godknown, that was his third. It's 6 as a team. And boy, you look at the pings for Nobody Wants Rap. They keep fluctuating a little bit. You wonder if that was a factor in game 1. Just noticed it here, but it's not a factor there as Spoonie just hitting the post. Very close to adding a second goal for Nobody Wants Rap.
Yeah, you do wonder whether it is affecting their play, but in this second game, they have come out a lot better than they did in the first. They're already 1-0 up, and it looks like My Little Pony, they've only had 1 shot so far, but don't forget, this is exactly how it started in that first game, so it just makes you wonder whether Nobody Wants Rap is going to be able to hold on this time.
So we'll keep an eye on all of those 50-50s that get contested, or all those near misses. Those are, when pings are fluctuating, those are the instances where things get really shaky, or could, for Nobody Wants Rap. Right now, they have to play defense as this goes downfield, and Spoonie actually has to send this away. It got through all of the attackers untouched. So now Rivallo against Karotten. Great touch by Karotten Power, very patient, trying to set things up, but it's El Journey in the way, and so is Zidrox. Great team defending from My Little Pony. Gives them a chance, still down just a goal. And now a shot in from El Journey. That goes high, and it'll be set away by Godknown. And Nobody Wants Rap will count their lucky stars that one missed the mark, because nobody was there to stop it. El Journey will center, and that goes harmlessly to the corner with 1:45. Another one in front. Kind of sloppy from Nobody Wants Rap. They're not getting the touches they need. Finally, Godknown downfield looking for the dunk, but Zidrock's too smart. And now downfield, he'll set it up off the back wall. A Northern Gaming style play sent away on a shot from El Journey that was nowhere close.
I've got to agree with you there. The play from Nobody Wants Rap is getting a little bit sloppy now. This is the sort of time that My Little Pony last game started to score a lot of goals. And Nobody Wants Rap is starting to become a little bit sloppy at the back. Not as tight as they were. And making a couple more mistakes. As you see there, Spoonie miscontrolling on the side. And it just makes you wonder whether they're just getting the pressure to them right at the end of the game.
Karotten Power got the touch, but not enough to send it away. And El Journey will drop this in, and it's a brand new game with less than a minute to go.
Yeah, you just see Karotten Power getting a little bit of a bump on him by Nero, I think it was, in the middle of the park. So that was what prevented him from getting back to defend that goal. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't hold on, and My Little Pony has finally scored in this game to draw this one up. And there's 50 seconds left in the game. They could still win this one.
4 saves apiece and a goal apiece. The shot totals, mostly irrelevant as we get to the final 40 seconds. And El Journey had to pull up on the wall, and instead he centered it for Godknown, who almost got his second tally. It would have been a big one with 30 seconds left. Now Zidrox will clear downfield. And now the next mistake could be very costly in the tournament story of either team. Karotten Power gets bumped away by Nero twice. Zidrox will try to center, waiting for a teammate to get there. This is in front on the goal line, and Zidrox can't tuck it home. Oh, a very fortunate break for Nobody Wants Rap. They want this to go to overtime, and they need to kill this, and they do.
Yeah, it was a really good patient play by Zidrox as well. Flicks it over the goalkeeper, and unfortunately none of his teammates were there to finish it off, and by the time he gets to it, he gets bumped away. And Nobody Wants Rap have really tried to get this one away as much as they can, but out of nowhere, Nero scored to take this second game.
It's really unfortunate when the 2 closest cars to the goal are the 2 members of the other team that aren't taking the shot. Nobody was on the orange side of the field at all, and My Little Pony will take one in game 2. You gotta feel like they stole that one here in game 2 as they win it in overtime. And now they are one win away from reaching the grand finals and taking on Too Much Troll.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Nobody wants rap. For the majority of that game, we're ahead of My Little Pony. They were definitely playing a lot better than My Little Pony were during that second game. And unfortunately, it got to about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game. And they just seemed to break down a little bit. They just seemed to get a little bit sloppy, maybe a little bit panicky. And unfortunately, they let that one goal in and took it to overtime. And from there, My Little Pony were in their own element and ended up taking that second game. But we are in the third one now, and nobody wants rap. Have really got to try and keep their head if they want to take this one.
Trying to get an early goal here. God known has everything to shoot at, and he puts it right down the middle. And that's a big start for Nobody Wants Rap.
Yeah, it's exactly the start that they wanted. Nero getting an unfortunate pinch off the backboard, and it's just popped straight out for God known. And 1-0 up with only 10 seconds left. 10 seconds gone, sorry. 10 seconds left. Wishful thinking, I think. But 10 seconds gone at 1-0 ahead. They need to get another goal to try and solidify this and make sure My Little Pony are nowhere near coming back.
And right as you say that, it's an empty net on the other side, and Rivalo Nero, brother Nero, able to tie the game early.
Yeah, it was a pass from all the way downfield, and Nero is there to just put it away and tie this one up to make sure Nobody Wants Rap has got any confidence going into this third and potentially final game.
We are looking at a sweep if the trends from the first two games hold. And a great touch from Hell Journey to send that all the way downfield. Now Spoonie is there, and oh, it was an open net, but he could not find the mark. He was looking for a pass to nobody in particular. Unfortunate break for Nobody Wants Rap, and it could have been compounded if Zidrox had found the net there. First minute, finally about to go by here, and it's like nobody scored. 1 goal apiece, and well, no difference between these two teams. El Journey might have been able to follow that up, but he ran into his own teammate. And everybody comes up empty-handed for Nobody Wants Rap, so it's God known that has to clear. And you can tell, I think, frustration might be setting in on the part of Nobody Wants Rap. Just things are not going their way in this series, and they're running into each other. Seems like they're maybe trying a little too hard to make a play. Zidrox.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
You need to remember, some of these players, when they go into tournaments like this, it is very easy to get frustrated at some of the plays that you make. And as I'm saying that, Spoonie puts one in straight away on an open net.
Well, that'll get the momentum going in your favor. Zidrox just barely missing the mark, and Spoonie not distracted at all. Right down the middle, and Rivalo not able to get back in time. And maybe that's the catalyst for Nobody Wants Rap. Now they've got the lead back. We'll see if they can play some solid defense for the next 3 minutes. They might need to add another goal or two, though. Spoonie comes up empty and not able to get by Rivalo Nero. Off the back wall here, but nobody there. God known and Spoonie were both all the way back, playing very conservatively. There's a time and a place for it, and maybe this is it. Zidrox, oh, he whiffed on this, so God known will drive in very softly, not really able to get anything towards the net. And now this dump and chase strategy for Nobody Wants Rap. That works if you're able to keep possession, but they haven't been able to. And I think they're fortunate that My Little Pony haven't quickly equalized as we get to the halfway mark of Game 3. Zidrox right at God known. And it's going to be Spoonie that has to clear. And a good pass up to God known. This is as good an attack as Nobody Wants Rap has had so far in this game. But El Journey up there, very solid defending, very confident as he sends that away. This will be skied up in the corner now. Karat and Power able to keep that away from not from El Journey, but from Rivalo. And now downfield again. My Little Pony looking for an equalizer. They've been very close despite only having 3 shots. They've had plenty go up off the back wall like that and haven't been able to follow them up. You feel like they're just one touch away from tying this game and another touch from breaking it wide open.
Yeah, My Little Pony come into their element during the last 2 minutes of these games, and it is 1:30 seconds left, and they are a goal down. We know how dangerous the players on that team can be, so one small chance could be the goal that they need.
Karate Power will just play keep away, as will God Known, but Zidrox is there, and he leaves it for El Journey, and God Known just got the nose of his car onto that to send it away. God Known will try again to center this one. He got it by El Journey, got it by the defense, but not past the goalpost. And now another shot in. That one saved by Zidrox. That was little more than a penalty kick, and he sent it away. And Zidrox trying to wait out God Known unsuccessfully. And it remains a 2-1 lead inside the final minute. But My Little Pony on the attack with 45 to go. Rivalo Nero, he'll center again, and that's sent away by Spoonie, the ESL caster, or color caster, as he's been trying to get those tourneys started on streams, trying to keep this series alive. He's got a goal and some solid defending, but they need a little more. 30 seconds. Zidrox almost tied it, but there's Spoonie making another big clear. Now down to 18 seconds. And it's God Known trying to send another one away. But Rivalo Nero back in. Last-ditch effort for My Little Pony, trying to force overtime. El Journey will center with 3 to go. That one's cleared. Rivalo Nero keeps it up. They need to keep this in the air. Otherwise, we go to game 4, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, Nobody Wants Rap really stuck to it that time. Both the first 2 games that we've seen them panic and give the game away. But this game, they've kept their own. Spoonie and God Known getting the goals for them. They've done really well to hold off My Little Pony, especially during that last minute or so. The pressure was unbelievable by My Little Pony. Zidrox and El Journey having a little chance at the end. Zidrox especially getting that shot, but really good save by Nobody Wants Rap. Sticks out in my mind especially. But really well played, and we are going to take this to a third. Is it a 4th game or is it a 3rd game?
4th game now.
4th game, yes. So it's going to be it's going to be potentially another final game if My Little Pony wins this one.
Nobody Wants Rap trying to pull off what they call the reverse sweep, trying to go from facing elimination to winning everything, or winning the rest of the games and getting on to the grand finals. Words hard. Here's a shot in though, and Karate Power is able to send that away, patiently waiting as we get underway in game 4. As mentioned, it could still be the end of this series if My Little Pony is able to recover and get a win here. They would go on to face Too Much Troll. Karate Power tries to pass that off for God Known, but God's gonna have to track this down a little bit. Now it's centered, and El Journey there to send it away. And both teams right now just kind of throwing little jabs here and there, not really getting that big haymaker shot off just yet in the first minute. But this is trouble. Karate Power almost own gold one. Spoonie had to come save the day, as did God Known, but that's right to Zidrox. Can't find anybody to pass to. Now El Journey, he'll center around the boards twice and sent away both times as both teams try to get some passing plays established. Zidrox, great twist there, trying to throw off Spoonie, and even better defending to hold his ground. It's El Journey. He found Rivalo Nero, needs another touch. It's Journey trying to drop one down and get in the way of God Known. Excellent team plays so far for My Little Pony. That's what they got started at the end of the last game. They're trying to carry it in here and end this series.
Yeah, it was a really good play there. I was expecting somebody to follow up from the drop-down pass from El Journey as well, but I think they were all too preoccupied getting boost after the pass forward to El Journey in the first place. But it was a really good play. My Little Pony coming out strong in the first area of this game, which is good to see, as they usually come into their own element with only a minute or so left in the game. But it is only 0-0 still. Both teams only having 2 shots or so on the net so far. So it could still go either way. both teams doing really well in this fourth game.
We remain scoreless for now. God known. Boy, he made that a lot more interesting than it looked like it was going to be. And Spoony looking for Karatin, not able to find him. Zidrox will bounce this in. God known's in trouble in net, but Spoony comes back to make a clear. He only has one save in this game, but it feels like over this series, he's had about 10 with all the clears he's made, just preventing shots. Sometimes just as valuable as a save. Here goes Karatin power. That's going to be wide, and Zidrox makes sure there's no rebound. 2 minutes to go here in Game 4. The winner of this series gets to the grand finals, but we seem to be a long way off from getting there. El Journey having some trouble. Rivalo Nero also having trouble. Spoony's not having trouble. He's able to center one, but El Journey's right there to make sure there's nothing there. Spoony will try again, waiting patiently, and Zidrox will send another one away. Very few shots, only 4 shots between these two teams in the first 3.5 minutes. Very defensively played game, very passively played. There's a shot on from Spoony, though. His second is sent away by Zidrox. Another shot in, and a chance. Everybody crashing towards the net. But My Little Pony stands firm in the net. Now downfield, Spoony has to make another save, and he does.
As you're saying that, both teams have just come out straight away, realized that how long is left on the clock, and the chances have all of a sudden just started coming. And it is still 0-0 with a minute or so left. And there's Zidrox with a great shot from the halfway line, taking it past Spoony and giving My Little Pony the lead and potentially the series win here.
Yeah, that's just a great drive right down the middle. Spoony not able to get back, and now with 60 seconds remaining in Nobody Wants Rap's tournament life, they need to find an equalizer. Will it be Spoony? Will it be God Known? Will it be Karatin Power? It won't be anybody right now as Zidrox plays this back into the orange zone. And more trouble for Nobody Wants Rap. They cannot clear, and Rivalo Nero might have just delivered the dagger to Nobody Wants Rap.
That is such a good touch to put that in. Just flies up, spins around, is upside down when he hits that ball, and it's right into the bottom left-hand corner. There's no saving it, but what an unbelievable shot that is. And it just shows you how good these players can be. And My Little Pony are 2-0 up now with 40 seconds left. And that might even be 3, but what a save that is by Spoony. But My Little Pony are all over them right now.
There's a chance for God Known trying to split the defense. There is still a glimmer of hope for Nobody Wants Rap, but that window is closing very quickly, down to 17 seconds. And this one rolls up the wall, off the ceiling. Zidrox is just sitting in the net, and he'll bicycle kick it home. That will put it away for My Little Pony.
Yeah, Zidrox doing a crazy little bit of an aerial there, hitting a couple of players on the way, lands it in the goal, and then just getting a nice cheeky little backflip and making this 3-0. And I think that is definitely going to be it. 10 seconds left. I think we're going to be seeing My Little Pony in our grand finals.
Yeah, the final seconds will tick away here. Rivalo Nero will get credit for a save, because why not? It's the 5th overall for My Little Pony to go with the 3 goals, maybe a 4th if they can put one in. So this ball stays up in the air. Here goes El Journey. There's one for the road, and My Little Pony tails will continue into the finals.
Yeah, if you just watch El Journey here spinning around a little bit, making it look all fancy, getting that 0-second goal. But the end result is 4-0. My Little Pony taking this one past Nobody Wants Rap and going into the grand final.
So you look at the grand final matchup. It'll be the number 2 seed, My Little Pony, having only dropped just the one game, the previous one, to Nobody Wants Rap. They will take on a team that likewise has, actually they've dropped 2 games. Too Much Troll needing 3 games to get by our number 1 seed and needing 4 to get by the number 4 seed. Now they get to take on the number 2 seed, Too Much Troll, and My Little Pony coming up in the grand finals. If you haven't already, check out Matcherino. and check out really all of the social links for Shift Pro League. The follows on Twitter, the follows on Twitch, the promo codes through Matcherino, they all help Shift Pro League put on tournaments like this every week. Not just the EU tournaments, but the NA tournaments as well. With Matcherino, it's !Matcherino. The promo code is SPL17. I got it right this time. And that is a way to donate just a free $1. You don't even need to give your credit card info or anything like that. Free $1 to help fund the prize pool. And of course, any other donations are certainly appreciated as well. We've got the grand finals coming up, though. It is the number 8 seed, Too Much Troll, the number 2 seed, My Little Pony. Jordan and I will have that in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. It's the EU Weekly, the third EU Weekly, right here on Shift Pro League.
An origin is there! He's... No! Talking about that with an origin! Corrupted there! Angle! Score!
tell you a story about me and you. Out on the water, surrounded by the blue. They scream that only I'll be saved. They toss off the line, but I just let it float away. Yeah, I let it float away. I let it float away. I let it float away. Float away, float away. Yeah, I let it float away. I let it float away. I let it float away.
Welcome back to the Shift Pro League EU Weekly. We're in the grand finals now, Stacks alongside Jordan. It has been an adventure getting here to the grand finals for Too Much Troll. They are the number 8 seed. They had to go through our number 1 seed in 3 games. They had to go through Reforce Esports in 4. But now here they are. They're in the finals, having dropped just the 2 games. And on the other side, you've got My Little Pony, the number 2 seed. They've only dropped 1 game, and it came in their semifinal match up against Nobody Wants Rap. So now the stage is set for a best of 7 between the last men standing in this tournament. And 5 minutes on the clock. We are underway very quickly here in the grand finals, and it could be an early start. Oh, it looked like El Journey got in the way of Rivalo Nero's shot. Keep that in mind as this series goes on. We're very early on, but that could be a big moment, especially here in game 1. It's going to be Ben trying to challenge here as, well, you got to feel like Too Much Troll has a new lease on life early on in this first game. Bounty will play one off the back wall, and there's Hank to put one in, and Too Much Troll does indeed strike first after all that.
Yeah, Too Much Troll getting a nice little simple goal. Pass off the backboard and it's just shot straight in. You see one of the orange defenders unfortunately try and get the clear off the backboard and unfortunately miss it. So it is an early lead to Too Much Troll. And My Little Pony going to try and have to come back into this one later in the game.
Well, Ben just went from the penthouse to the outhouse there. He had a great fake to set up a scoring opportunity, but then he tried to pass to Bounty, who went for a demo instead. So nothing comes from that attack. They still hold just the 1-0 lead. Journey will try to clear this away. Of course, you got to remember, Too Much Troll, they've had a long layoff between their semifinal match and this one. My Little Pony, fresh off a 4-game series win, and El Journey will drop one in on the side, and it's a brand new game.
Yeah, and as you're saying, fresh off a game that they've just won, and El Journey showing how warmed up he is with a really nice touch off the corner and putting it straight into the bottom right-hand corner. No saving that one from Too Much Troll, and it is all tied up again with 3 minutes left.
Zidrox had an opportunity, couldn't catch up with the ball though. So Rivalo Nero will try. Great second touch off the side. Zidrox twisting through, couldn't put one on target, and now they got to race back. Hank up against Rivalo Nero, and it's Nero that comes away with a stop. And now El Journey will send one across, looking for Nero, instead finding Hank. Great read from Too Much Troll's Hank. And now this will be sent away by Zidrox. It's kind of shaky defending early on here from My Little Pony, but it's been good enough. They've held Too Much Troll to just the 1 goal, and now they're looking for a go-ahead goal of their own, but they got to play some more defense. And that's what they get. Zidrox using that Batmobile almost to serve as a ramp off that with that ball off the back wall. Zidrox makes a save on a shot from Bounty. That was very close to breaking this tie. Another one, that's off the post, and Journey sends one away, and Hank well wide across the face of goal.
Too Much Troll having 2 decent shots there at goal, both of them hitting the post, and they're showing their intent in this goal. They might not be as warmed up as My Little Pony, but they are for sure going for this win and trying to get their team in front now.
high off the ceiling, and it's going to be Ben that pops this away. And a good touch from Zidrox breaking up the clear attempt. But now Bounty looking for Hank and couldn't find him. Hank looking to direct that down the middle. He comes up empty. It sets up My Little Pony, and it sets up Zidrox to snipe the corner.
Yeah, it was a really good shot by Zidrox here. Good pass from Ben, unfortunately, though. And it has just gone straight into the top left-hand corner. And really good shot by Zidrox to put his team in front.
Well, both teams complaining about a little lag. That would have been nice to bring to everybody's attention before it was 2-1. Seems a little convenient, but we'll continue on this server. We have to. With a 2-1 lead for My Little Pony. Bounty trying to drop one down for Hank, but that's going to be set away. Ben not able to get that corner, but Bounty keeps this in. My Little Pony trying to clear. And it's going to be Rivallo that takes this. And a good clear downfield. This one bounces by Hank, and it finds its way in. A weird bouncer from the other end and a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, an unfortunate touch off the blue side, and it's bounced all the way back. Hank and Bounty unable to get there. Bounty getting very close, but not able to save it. And it is going to be 3-1 My Little Pony with a little bit of a fortunate goal for them, getting that second goal ahead of Too Much Troll here.
Yeah, 3-1 lead now with 1:15 to go. Ben will start the attack, though. Hank, great team play. That's off the crossbar. Hank will get credit on a big drive from Ben. Brings him back within 1.
Yeah, really good touch from Ben, and Hank puts it over. But Ben's shot actually hits Hank on the way down and takes it past one of the goalkeepers in the net. So it was a little bit fortunate, but really well-deserved play by Too Much Troll here. And they're only within 1 now with 1:10 left.
That's the exact opposite of what happened in the very first minute when El Journey got in the way of a shot. They still hold a 1-goal lead, though. 1 minute to go. But keep that in mind. If Too Much Troll is able to tie it, they got a chance there. But Zidrox makes an easy clear. Now Hank trying to get this around out of the corner. Rivallo Nero is there, and he played it over both attackers. But here's Ben looking to redirect one in, and instead he actually gets in the way of this off to the corner. Down to 30 seconds, and still time for Too Much Troll. And My Little Pony all in the corner, able to get rid of this ball, though. And they have weathered the storm, at least for now. Down to 15 seconds. And it's sent away. Actually, Bounty is sent away by Zidrox. And now Bounty with 8 seconds left. They've got to travel the length of the field with the countdown going. Bounty had a chance. There's a demo. Will it be helpful? Oh, Bounty pumped it away from Hank. And this will find its way down to the other side of the field and hit the ground. And My Little Pony survives in game 1.
Yeah, My Little Pony hanging on by the skin of their teeth at the end of that game, it seemed. But they did really well to get that early few goals to get the lead. And Too Much Troll just couldn't come back from it. They did play really well in this game. It's been a lot closer than the semi-finals that we've seen, in my opinion, so far. But really good game so far. 5 goals in this one. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more in this second game. And maybe Too Much Troll can come back into this one and show us why they made it all the way to the finals.
Yeah, things looked a little dicey for them at times in their best-of-5 semifinal. And even they looked dicey in their quarterfinal, which was a best-of-3 that, as we mentioned, they won in 3 games. So they are no strangers to playing with pressure. They are trailing in this series, though. There was no server reset. Nobody asked for one. So we continue on. And Bounty, tasked with playing some defense here. And a big clear downfield is going to be right on to El Journey. No follow-up from the Too Much Troll side. And this will find its way right in front. Bounty makes a save at the goal line. And Hank will send one away, as Too Much Troll will be counting their blessings that that shot didn't have a lot more pace on it. This will drop down in front, and Hank will clear away Too Much Troll maybe playing with fire here, but now Hank on the other side almost got one by El Journey. Now Bounty gonna fly in, didn't get a lot onto that. Instead of getting the nose on the ball, he got the top of his car. That took a lot of power away. Hank will try to drop one in, but that goes wide. And both teams, they've had opportunities, 2 shots apiece, but no goals in the first minute.
Yeah, a little bit of a ping pong match so far. Just feeling each other out in this second game. You can see a couple of physical plays coming out there. You just see Too Much Troll trying to bump Zidrox off the ball and try and get control of the ball themselves. But so far, neither team's got a attacking move together that could threaten the goal too much. Most of the shots that they've had on net so far have not been powerful enough. So hopefully they can get something together fairly soon and get that early lead.
Hank with a big drive through the air and a save by Zidrox. Not credited with one, but really should have been. That was pretty close. This is sent away by El Journey and not able to stay with it. So both teams making clear after clear, waiting for someone to make a mistake, waiting for something to open up. Maybe some team play will aid in that effort, as El Journey with a big bomb downfield that kissed the ceiling, and the demo from Zidrox proves inconsequential as Ben makes a clear. Coming up on the halfway mark of Game 2, it is a series lead for My Little Pony, as you can see on the screen. That little orange sliver. I love the scoreboard graphics, by the way, for Shift Pro League. I like the light up on the game score. This will be Bounty sending one away, and Rivalo Nero keeping the attack alive for MLP. But a good redirect downfield, and Too Much Troll back on the attack. A very uneventful second game so far. Low shot total and no goals to show for either team. Really, both teams defensively making sure that there's not that grade A opportunity right in front.
Yeah, you see the difference between the first and the second game between these two teams. First game came out all guns blazing, and both teams came away from it with quite a few goals. But this one has been the complete opposite, just defensive all around by both teams. And as you said, not many goals, not many shots. And I think both teams are just trying to feel each other out, trying to see what sort of gameplay works best for them to try and win this final.
So sent back out. Bounty will keep one in. Zidrox twisting through the air. 2 defenders actually went for that. Rivalo Nero came up to join him. No faith in Zidrox's ability to clear, but it was a pretty good clear. As we dip down to 1:20. Waiting for that first goal. One might be enough between these two here in Game 2. Zidrox around the boards. Not a great clear from Bounty, but he made up for it with a great save at the post. Zidrox almost had what might have been a game winner, but instead we play on without a goal, and it's Ben who will clear. 1 minute remaining. Zidrox up off the back wall to himself. That's off the crossbar, and no save there from Ben. Rivalo Nero has found the goal with less than a minute to go.
Yeah, really good play by Zidrox, popping it up off the crossbar, passing it down for Nero, and he's just there to finish it off. Really good team play, really good communication between the two players there. And as you said, with less than a minute to go, My Little Pony have taken the lead in this game.
That's a big goal in the story of this series. A 1-0 lead for My Little Pony might be enough the way these teams have played. It would be a 2-0 lead in the series if it holds. And Nero and Zidrox both, boy, they really seem to have trouble figuring out who's going to go for the ball. Finally, El Journey slams one off the back wall. Now Ben against Zidrox. And Zidrox disrupted the attack, but not enough. Ben centers, and Bounty was just a little slow getting there. Hank lobs another one in, and Rivalo Nero will send it away. Great touch right up there at the crossbar. Follow up from Hank. That one's off the mark. 6 seconds left, and Bounty has to come back and play keep away. That's not going to move the ball forward. Hank will actually keep this in the air. Bounty for Ben to tie it with no time on the clock and hit the post. Oh, almost a great team play with 0 seconds left. But My Little Pony again hangs on and survives another scare.
Like you were saying, hanging on during the last parts of these last 2 games have been absolutely crazy. My Little Pony should have been drawing that last game. Too Much Troll with a really nice play right at the end, just popping it up for a shot, and it hits the post to make it 2-0 to My Little Pony in the series now. And it is a best of 7, so Too Much Troll have got a little bit of time to figure out what they want to do in these next couple of games. But My Little Pony are seeming to have control so far.
Yeah, and My Little Pony is now halfway home to the grand finals. 2 down, 2 to go in this best of 7. Too Much Troll, though, they have been so close, as mentioned. And as you saw at the end of that game, almost finding an equalizer, working from their own end with no time on the clock. But now it's a new game and a new start. And Rivalo Nero, thanks to a little help from his friends, running interference. It's a 1-0 lead early for MLP.
Yeah, you just see Nero spin his car around, gets a nice little touch, and it bounces straight over the defender for Too Much Troll. And it's a really good early goal for My Little Pony. It's exactly the start that they want, and they don't want to be holding on from the skin of their teeth like they have been for the last 2 games. So they want to get more than 1 goal of a lead in this game.
Zidrox using that back wall as a ramp, able to make a save. And now it's downfield from Zidrox, doing everything so far for My Little Pony. Trying to set things up now, set the table, maybe for another Rivalo Nero goal. And instead, it's going to be Journey coming in and clearing this away, but back in it comes from Too Much Troll. Of course, they want to find an equalizer very quickly. They don't want to be chasing the game for too long. Doubt will start to creep into their minds. It's Hank now sending this away, but Journey is right there, well read. And Bounty sends this away, but right to Rivalo Nero. That'll drop down, and Hank has to send that away. Fortunately for him, no pressure from MLP behind him. Now Hank will clear another one downfield. And it's Ben towards the back wall, and almost an own goal as Rivalo Nero tried to clear, had it stuffed right back in his face from a teammate. And almost a very lucky break for Too Much Troll, but instead they still find themselves trailing by a goal, trailing by 2 games. Not much going their way in this series, but that is a fortunate break as nobody could get on that shot on a perfectly placed backboard pass.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a communication error by My Little Pony, and we haven't seen that too many times with this team, and we've seen them in a couple of games so far, but it's a bit of a rare occasion for that to happen. But Too Much Troll coming forward again and again, the goal that they've been pressuring for all game, and Bounty finally finishing this one off to make it 1-1.
Yeah, kind of a mess there with both Hank and Bounty flying in after that. Nobody back, though, for My Little Pony. And it's a 1-1 game now, near the midway point of Game 3. And it's one that it's not necessarily a must-win for Too Much Troll, but you got to feel like it is. I mean, you don't want to go down 3-0 for sure. Here goes Hank, and that's going to be pushed wide. And he's going to chase down L Journey, trying to get the demo. But now it's My Little Pony trying to start the attack. There's Zidrox, and it's going to go harmlessly off to the corner as Zidrox came up empty-handed. Now Hank beaten by L Journey. Bounty comes up empty. There's a shot on from Zidrox, and he bounces it in himself.
Yeah, really well played by Zidrox. You just see it coming to the middle of the park, and he just bounces it underneath the blue defender there, and Ben is nowhere near. He's just bounced it off the floor. Zidrox, really good shot by him, and it's just bounced straight over Ben, putting it into the top of the goal, and making this 2-1 to My Little Pony. And that's the lead that they want. They need to hold on to this one now. They've let it go a couple of times in these games, and they've ended up holding on right at the end of the games. So they don't want to be doing that this time, and they want to make it 3-0 in the series.
Well, 2 games so far decided by just 1 goal. And now Ben is going to lob another one in, looking for Hank, but the connection just not there. Bounty trying to get in the way, but Zidrox has another clear. Rivalo Nero is there as well, and he was trying to make a quick adjustment Not able to make contact, though. And now here goes Hank, looking for Bounty, and he's found him. Good team play set up for Too Much Troll, but Rivalo Nero is there to put an end to it. But Bounty, another big clear downfield. It doesn't seem like My Little Pony have had, great team play in the offensive end. They do have the 5 shots, make it 6 now. But the 2 goals almost seems like an aberration. There's another shot in from Zidrox, almost able to snipe the corner. And El Journey sends another one in. Zidrox with another shot. Now they're peppering the back wall. Journey trying to drop one in, and instead Ben will make another clear. Just the 3 saves for Too Much Troll to go up against the 8 shots from My Little Pony. And now another shot sent in. Now the shot's really coming in for My Little Pony. Too Much Troll has to get downfield with a minute to go here. Really facing the prospect of having their backs really against the wall. Zidrox will clear back on the other side, and finally some offensive pressure for Too Much Troll. This is exactly what they need. Not what they need, though, back on the other side with 30 to go.
Yeah, this is exactly the opposite thing that's happened in the past 2 games. My Little Pony have obviously realized what we've been saying about how they've been holding on in the past couple of games. And now, as you're saying, they're absolutely peppering the Too Much Troll team right now in the final 30 seconds. Just trying to get that extra goal to put them to bed in this 3rd game and try and seal this 3rd victory in the series.
Well, this could be trouble, but it's Rivalo sending it back in. Down to 3 seconds left. Are there any last-second dramatics for Too Much Troll? No, there is not. My Little Pony hangs on for another 1-goal victory, but this one definitely felt like it was more like a 2 or 3 goal win with the way they dominated the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, like we were saying just there, My Little Pony definitely performed a lot better during the final part of this game. Turned it on straight away. I think they were probably listening to the stream. As you were saying, they haven't had too many shots. They all of a sudden switched it on and they started shooting left, right, and center. And you can't win games unless you shoot. So the more shots you have, the more chances there are for you to score. And My Little Pony have been all over that this game, and they deserve the 3-0 win that they've got so far.
So now they are 1 win away from sweeping the grand finals after all of the drama we've seen throughout the semifinals and the back and forth play and the roller coaster of momentum and emotions that we've seen through the quarters and semis. We could have a sweep in the grand finals. And it's Hank trying to start things off for Too Much Troll as they need 4 in a row to avoid elimination in this tournament. And Zidrox comes in to make a save. There was some interference in front of the net, but good defending from My Little Pony to start things off here. And now looking to get momentum on their side early in Game 4. Try to squash any hopes that Too Much Troll have of completing a reverse sweep or even staving off elimination for any amount of time. It's Ben trying to center, though, for Too Much Troll, and that's going to be sent away by Zidrox. Good defending early on from MLP. This will be lobbed in by Hank, trying to follow this up himself, and couldn't find the angle. Rivalo Nero there on the back wall to shut the door. This will be cleared away downfield. Hank's in trouble. He's not going to get back, and Journey will put one in from long range, 1:09 in.
Yeah, it was a really good team goal again. Zidrox popping it up for Al Journey, and he's just taking it away from him straight away. And Hank didn't expect it at all and tried to get a little bit of a backwards flip to try and get back in time, but couldn't get there. And MLP is going to take the early lead again, and the pressure is on to Too Much Troll now. They need to win this game if they want to stay in this series.
And a ball downfield looking for Zidrox, just out ahead of him. And right now for Too Much Troll, I mean, you couldn't really afford to make mistakes before. That was a big mistake that's cost them a goal. And the path back to winning this tournament gets even longer and even bumpier as Hank had a shot go off the inside of the crossbar and bounce away. Those are the little breaks they need to go their way. Zidrox will catapult one away. but this is still in, on target, on the goal line, and it finds its way in. That is the lucky break they needed.
Yeah, good shot by Ben. It's off the post, and I really did think this was going to go in, but it bounced out, and Al Journey just couldn't get behind it to get it out in time. And Ben is able to score that one and make this 1-1. It's exactly the sort of thing that they need to start doing now. Keep the pressure onto MLP now, and try and get a lead for themselves if they can.
Nobody able to make contact there. They'll just be popped away by Rivaldo Nero. Another quality opportunity gone by for Too Much Troll. And Hank will make a save back on the other side, looking to stave off the attack as Rivaldo Nero had centered one. Nobody there for it, though. So Bounty will bomb one away downfield, around the corner for himself, and see if he can be the catalyst for this team that they need. This is sent across by Hank, and Rivaldo Nero with a clear. Ben hanging up in the air, able to stop Rivaldo. Can Bounty set one up? L Journey is there, though, to make sure there's no shot coming off that back wall. And now back downfield. This is how My Little Pony scored there first, but Too Much Troll is back in time here. And it's Bounty who will start the attack. Back and forth they go, trying to dribble one in through the air, and Rivaldo is there, as he's been so often in this series, to cut off the attack. Back on the other side, and that's sent away by Hank. You know what we're seeing, actually, Jordan, is we're seeing a lot of interference plays in the net. We're seeing both teams trying to bump the goalie out of the way, as both teams have tried to play very defensive in this series. And we're waiting to see if that results in a goal. It hasn't yet, but it seems like they're very close as this one's cleared downfield.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of the physical plays in this tournament so far. We haven't actually seen any in this series in particular, but the physical plays are definitely there. And all of the players have got to be very wary of it. You can't just leave one person in the net, because they are going to be vulnerable to the physical plays, especially from the caliber of players that these guys are. Shots can come out of almost nowhere, so if you get bumped in the net, you could be in for a bad time.
So game 4 tied at a goal apiece. The series, though, of course, belongs to My Little Pony. A 3-0 series advantage. 1 minute remaining, though, in game 4. The next mistake could be the last for Too Much Troll if they're not able to get a go-ahead goal either here or in overtime. L Journey gonna play this one off the corner, setting it up for Rivaldo Nero, who's come up with a big one with 40 to go.
Really good play by MLP here. Really good touch from Al Journey off the corner, and just takes it away from the blue defender to put it right onto Rivaldo's head. Really good aerial shot by him, and he's put it right into the bottom of the corner, and he's put his team 2 goals ahead of 1, and there's only 40 seconds left in this game. They just need to hold on, and they've won this tournament.
There's a very good chance that this could be as entertaining a sweep as you'll ever see. So far, all 4 games look to be decided by just a single goal. Bounty gonna play one across, as Too Much Troll is in desperation mode now. They can't afford to stay back now. Ben able to get through, well, 2 attackers and make a clear. Now Hank taking his time with 8 seconds left. Didn't get a lot on that shot, though. And now the final seconds ticking away. Down to 3. Bounty needs to keep this in the air, and Rivaldo Nero will spike it down. And My Little Pony have swept their way through and have won the Shift Pro League EU Weekly.
Yeah, really well played by My Little Pony. They deserve to have won this. Like you said, they only won all of these games by 1 goal, which is a really interesting thing to happen, because in the finals that we've had, we've not seen that too many times. So Too Much Troll did put up a hell of a fight, and it's really unfortunate for them to come so far and lose out on the finals. But well played to My Little Pony, Zidrox, Nero, and Al Journey for winning this SPL Weekly number 3 for EU.
Yeah, it's been a great performance for My Little Pony. They only dropped the 1 game in the entire tournament. And 3 hours later, that is your grand champion, My Little Pony, taking the grand finals in 4 straight games over Too Much Troll. And that will wrap things up for this EU Weekly here at Shift Pro League. We did reach our Maturino goal, by the way. Thank you to everybody that contributed there, either through donations or with the promo code. Yes, I'm aware my webcam is very choppy, very low frame rate. We're fix that for the future, but we will wrap things up here without too much rambling from me. Pate Sate pushing the buttons behind the scenes, done a fantastic job. Thank you to everybody on behalf of Pate, on behalf of Jordan, my co-caster, and Renkies who joined us earlier on. Thanks for watching this EU Weekly. Congratulations to Zidrox, L Journey, and Rivalo Nero. Team My Little Pony are your grand champions here in 4 straight games. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week with another weekly from Shift Pro League.